Sorry, I didn't muted. All right. We're winding down Dalmatian's time with the Thorps. It's a sad moment. We're almost to the bedtime content, which is gold. So we got quite a bit to get through still today, so let's go ahead and get started.
That are important to me, and I don't know. I mean, I haven't done.
You don't have.
I don't. I'd like to build an operating system.
What does that mean?
I think that would be
than Mac and Windows and Linux.
Yeah, Linux. Yeah, it would be a Linux, probably the Linux variant. Yeah, I have a lot of good ideas.
Hey, what's up, Tyrone? I'm just so looking forward to Grace trying to convince Dalmatian to get in bed with Ben.
Yes, I think. Okay. I also think a search engine would be very good to build.
A search engine?
If you say something like,
I think Kick is impressive
for a new YouTube,
even to me. Like, not a new YouTube. Maybe I think someday, eventually, YouTube will go away.
Sure, but it'll be competing with a giant corporation. How are you going to start a giant?
I'm not saying that I'm going to necessarily. I don't know. Yeah, it's very difficult to create something good. That's what I said. I agree with you about that. Especially something cheap and usable and good. That's very difficult. And then have it mass produced. Seemingly nobody can do that in America.
But you would say OPC Don is someone who's an idiot because he's not doing it. He says, I want to be a big YouTuber, but he's not actually doing it. Do you take Adderall?
No. Nope.
Have you ever gone and you got diagnosed or anything?
No. What did they diagnose me with?
Paranoia.
I'm not paranoid.
Wow, Ben cut right to the jugular there, asking him if he's been diagnosed with paranoia. Wow.
Paranoid?
Do you feel like you have secret knowledge that people are coming after you for?
I think I have a much more a more sophisticated understanding of the problems in America than most politicians, for sure, and especially
a better grasp of everything over the way that the world works, and Dalmatian Dog's the guy that's got all the keys to it. I can't believe he's saying this stuff.
That's not a very high bar.
Because the Marine Corps goes above they're above them, dude. The Marines are above everybody. Who's above the Marines, you think? You think if there was somebody
the military, like the NSA is out to get you because you said the Marines have a lot of power?
No, because I wrote things that demonstrated that I had an understanding of the political problems, and
yeah, a lot of people write stuff like that.
Not like how I write.
I think we should go test out those sleeping.
Where are these writings at? Does anybody know? Or is it just the stuff like he puts in the Discord? Like if he actually has a manifesto, I would like to read it. Do you think that the reason the Thorps are kind of targeting some of his not so positive, beliefs and whatnot are because they realize that the content, he's not going to cooperate with the content, so they're just going to basically ask stuff that the chat would like to ask, I guess, if that makes sense.
Arrangements.
You guys want to,
Yeah.
You guys are tired as hell, huh?
I'm not that tired, actually. We can stay up for a bit longer.
What was the word?
Well, yeah, he said he wants to do all these things, but I'm not judging him at all for his position or station in this stage in his life or anything like that. But it's like I said last time, I just think it's really strange that he's so judgmental of other people and buries Grace like she's, whatever, and then has no idea what he's talking about.
First year in your marriage. Is there a moment you knew it was just over with Courtney forever?
Yeah.
There was?
April 2020, 4 years ago.
April 2020? Nah, I might stay here. I don't know.
What else would you do?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Ben is in bed. Grace is gonna begin the sell to stay and then to get in bed with Ben.
You drive all the way back.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, or I might stay. I'm not sure yet.
What would change your mind? Come on, don't drive home. That's such a pussy move.
You're saying you're not going to be able to sleep there?
Just give it a try.
Grace, no, it's okay.
You can.
Dude, I saw those people following you. You weren't bullshitting.
Well, did you actually, or?
I thought I saw a guy walk behind the window because your back was turned towards the window at that Skills place. What's it called? Skills?
It's called Sheets. Yeah, Sheets.
Oh, Sheets.
Oh no, is Provo gonna play into the paranoia?
Cigarettes? No.
Yeah, but he looked like he had a Marine hat. I just realized you got on full screen. You got a nice head of hair, man.
Thank you, Provo. Yeah.
You should
Is this
grow it
what you-
out.
Is this what you expected me to look like? We've talked before.
I actually expected you to be maybe a little blacker.
Okay.
What?
I actually didn't see you as being a white guy. You're actually a
Oh.
cool dude, man. I mean,
You want some?
but you're really gonna sleep in the bed with them? Like, aren't you worried about not having a pillow, or do they even have blankets?
I have my own pillows, actually.
Oh, good.
I have
Can
pillows
have the
too, but
octopus?
What happens if you get a boner? Do you get boners when you go to bed and shit like that, or whatever?
no.
You don't get boners when you wake up, or nothing like that, then?
No. This was always my sort of dream.
Oh yeah.
To
it's
be
not
like in
pretty.
the rain, trapped in the rain with
Yeah.
in Ben and Grace's RV.
Yeah. Wow, man. I mean, you got good dreams. I mean, don't stop dreaming, brother. You might
And
wake
we're
up.
live. We have a beautiful show. How was the show today, Provo? What do you think?
Oh, it's been excellent. You are honestly probably the highlight so far. You're better than Ruby. No offense, Ruby. You're better than Mike. No offense, Mike. And with Laylo wins right now because he fucking took the bong grip and he made some clips. You know what I mean? But right now, you're great, man. You're the best.
Lalo is
thank
winning.
you, Provo.
Lalo
Thank you.
stays.
I mean that too.
I think Lalo wins as far as content in the moment, but I think that as new people find the Thorps, continue to find the Thorps, I think this Dalmatian dog footage is going to be way more like viewed and enjoyed by fans than anything else on Thorpcon, just because it's so unlike any of the other stuff.
And so, honestly, man, you're great. You're a great fit. I'm sorry, Ben you said he was rude one time to you. That wasn't cool, man.
One little remark, but besides that, he's been great.
But honestly, no, you're amazing, dude. And it was that conversation you had with Ben about women not being allowed to sit. That was really good. I like that conversation.
Well, I thought Ben was being a little too far there.
You think?
Yeah, do
You
think
say
so?
what you say about the government, but Ben was pushing it there. You think?
Well,
Damn.
But-
Were you like in a
Oh,
gifted class when you were younger? Like,
Wait,
did they
Provo,
separate
hang
you?
on,
Go ahead.
Hang on one sec. I'm cooking up some content here, brother. Step back from the stove.
Grace, can we deal with a bug issue in this thing?
They'll go away.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're gonna fly
You want
right
the fly
out.
swatter? Dalmatian, would you be open to showing us a pre-nose job picture of yourself, or your nose at least?
Oh man, Grace. Yeah, you can get the fly swatter.
Is that a yes or a no?
No.
Your
You
nose
made a
looks
mistake.
great.
All right,
dude.
then I'll
Hey, can we get a pre nose job picture? Grace, I really need a fly swatter. Yeah, that's what happened in the Discord pretty much. Somebody made like a gif of it of his nose to fuck with him. Some like Bart Simpson skating on it or something.
just find the picture.
I
and send
appreciate it, Provo. Grace, you don't need to find any picture. It doesn't need to be done.
Even Naptown.
Do we get the TV working back there, guys?
You got a nice side profile view right now, so
Grace
that already
letting,
kinda
like-
is good.
Grace, like
Go ahead.
1,000. Dude, there's like a literal 1,000 bugs in here right
Did
now.
Grace fuck up again?
1,000.
There's literally
bugs?
1,000 bugs. Oh my
Jesus
God,
Christ.
Grace.
Can you start smacking them,
This is
Dalmatian?
way too many. Like that whole light is covered with the bugs. You see the
There's like
whole
3
light.
bugs.
There's like 40.
Well, here
Oh
you go.
yeah, right, Grace. You want me to kill them? Oh, okay. Did I let them in?
Can you pause
Hey.
it just so that the...
Did I let the bugs in?
Don't snap at me.
Really,
don't-
dude?
Come
I was
on.
cleaning up the
Okay,
fucking
okay.
Wow, this is really this is like super interesting content. Dalmatian and Grace having a riff. Dalmatian putting his foot down. Did you hear that bass in his voice?
table.
Okay.
Did you offer to help? No.
Okay, my fault, Grace. Okay. My
Just
fault.
pause it just so to make sure that...
Just because you bought that
I
dress
just
doesn't
put
mean
like 60 of
I
them.
You
think
could-
it might be drawing, actually, so I might start...
Jesus Christ, Dalmatian.
That's really nice. Who lets like bugs into their RV like this?
Dude, it's an RV. What the fuck do you expect? Like, I honestly don't understand.
Whatever.
Whatever, man.
Whatever, Grace. Yeah.
Dalmatian, how excited are you to sleep in the same bed as Grace right now?
I might not even happen, Provo. Truthfully.
He's gonna drive home like a pussy.
No, are you kidding me? You bought her a dress and you're not going to.
Now that really stuck with him. He brought that up over and over again on the Nikki New interview. Like, if you don't want to spend the night, I have to think that if he just told him like he wanted to stay, like he was going to sleep in his car or he was going to go get a hotel or whatever, I mean, he could have come back the next day, right? I'm not sure, unless he was just really upset by, or just, well, maybe he just didn't want to be on camera, I guess. Hey, what's up, Queen Mother? Thanks for coming by.
Take her to
Phone
bed?
right next to you up there. Can you
Yeah.
get at least? Okay. Whatever.
What?
I'm nervous about making the food right next to the phone. Sorry. It's
Okay.
all good. Okay, I just had to grab the phone. Fuck that. Sorry, guys.
Should Dalmatian have done the like alpha move and put on, you can see Ben's shirt and his iPad holster behind him. Should Dalmatian have taken the initiative and put on Ben's clothes?
So, what are your initial thoughts so far of the Thorps? If someone was like, hey, how was it? What's maybe your first thought that comes to mind?
No, it's fun. It's a good time. Yeah, it's like watching the stream in real life. So
Okay, once you
That makes
I've wa-
sense, dude.
yeah, I've watched them a lot. So it's like
You have.
It's like
I like
It's
how you're a
thousands and
liar,
thousands.
dude. Goalie, click the link, dude. I want to hear you say, fuck you, fuck you.
yeah. Spagoli's here. Okay, I'll bring him
Oh
up.
boy.
put it what?
Provo, by the way, masterful interviewing here. Love it.
Wow, this like clicks very quick. Okay, I don't
Asking like all the questions that like the viewers would want to ask.
want this angle though. Oh,
Hey,
man.
Dalmatian,
All right.
Dalmatian.
Angle.
Speakers.
Yeah,
you know what? You've got a nose exactly like Bob Hope. Remember
I've
the
tried to
comedian
compare
Bob Hope? You have what I call a ski jump nose, like Bob Hope. Google Bob Hope. He's got the same nose as Bob Hope.
USB to
Wow.
USB.
Wow.
Holy.
Did you ever think, Dalmatian, that you might be the first guy to be able to take her virginity from her if you play your cards right?
No, I've never
You
thought
need a
that
jack
once.
extender.
Really?
Sure. Is that what I should be thinking about?
Are you're straight, right? You're not gay, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm straight. Yeah.
So if you're straight, you have a sex drive, right? Do you have a sex drive?
Yeah, Spicoli, I do. Yeah.
Okay, so
But
you're
I-
telling me, but so you Grace is an attractive woman. You've got a sex drive. You got raging hormones, and you're telling me you don't want to fuck her? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, it's not the big one. It's just
No,
the
I'm
regular.
saying it's not really. It's kind of inappropriate to some
Oh
degree,
my God.
but
Work fine.
I don't know. We don't need to hook up. It's not a big deal. I'm not gonna pressure
God.
her or do anything.
Have you,
It's
when
like-
was the last time you need your T levels checked, my young man? You should get
What
your
would
T
you do?
levels checked.
Spicoli, what do you suggest I do? Hold her down?
Kind of hooks.
What?
Yeah.
I go, what do you want me to do? What do you think?
You and her, did you smoke some weed with her? Smoke some weed. And then you guys should get drunk and then start making out. Here's what I would do if I were you. I'd get her drunk. I'd take her for a spin in the car away from Ben, make out with her, start playing with her titties. I'd put my head between her legs and start tonguing her clit and shit. Give her multiple orgasms. Sims.
Is this
Get her to
starting long, Grace?
square.
Can we not do this? I don't like this one.
Yeah?
No volume control.
You have no volume?
Lalo, it's not an issue of like content quality, right? Like your Thorpcon content is better, like better content overall in the traditional sense. But like this is so like this is gonna be like serious Thorp lore. Like your stuff was like fun and funny and you like rolled with it. This is stuff like this people are gonna study this. Like this could end up in like psychology classes. What's up, Grover? Yeah, I think it'll probably finish up today.
Try using the volume on the phone.
And then
Try using the
Dalmatian,
volume on the phone.
I would bust a nut inside of
Yeah,
her.
the little rectangle on the other side of the wires
Put the panel up. No, I don't panel.
near your mouth. Does that work? Okay.
Okay. I want everybody to look up Bob Hope, the comedian.
That's me. The Grace, I really said I do not like this one. Can I just not even have this on?
Why? No, stop.
Oh, I have to have it.
I would like multiple angles when I can, because I'm not really in
I
the
love
frame
it.
here.
Okay, whatever.
Great.
Like this almost feels like I haven't watched a lot of the old Thorp lore, like the ancient lore, but this almost has like that feeling of like it's less chaotic, but it's like way more internally dysfunctional. Whereas like Ruby's content on Thorpcon, which was interesting because there was like it was fun to see Grace interact with her, and then all the shit happened with Ben and Ava, and then Lalo's is just pure chaotic comedy the whole time. Like this doesn't really feel chaotic. It just feels like it's almost like a slow burn horror movie. He left Discord because of the Naptown documentary. I mean, I understand why. I think he should come back because I don't think any of this puts him in a situation where he's not going to be welcome in the community or be a pariah or whatever. I mean, he's been back on Grace's show since it came out.
Grace, would you consider sleeping with him?
If I have to have it.
Yes, it's my stream. I have to have it in there.
Yeah, I love it. Perfect.
Remove the
Grace,
Thorp
would you?
TV logo?
Yeah, I did.
What the fuck? You're so fucking autistic. Jesus.
Yeah, okay, my
Yes.
fault.
It's my stream.
He doesn't,
It's my own stream.
he doesn't even want to bang you, Grace. What kind of dude is in his mid-20s who doesn't want to fuck you? I don't understand it. He's
He
like,
has a
he wants to friend zone you.
It's not really true, but
He doesn't have a girlfriend. Let's get the likes up, the subs up. Sarantis. Start donating to this channel, folks. Dalmatian, you don't have a girlfriend, do you? You don't have a girlfriend, do you?
I mean, not officially. As a woman I hook up with sometimes, but we haven't talked in a while. But
Okay.
Yeah.
So you could
Let's
hook
go.
up with your friend.
Okay, Grace, I don't want to bring these random idiots up. Grace can't even
Look at
respect
that.
what I want. Whoops.
Dude, you're playing your cards wrong. I would take her. Look, it's 9 o'clock roughly. Here's what you need to do. You need to take her in the car, your car, leave Ben in the camper, and
I think it's just like when he wants to seem like he, when he wants to make like an excuse for why he doesn't make a move on Grace or why she rejected him, then like there's like this convenient girlfriend. But then like clearly they can't unless they're like swingers, and it doesn't seem to me like based on what Dalmatian says, I don't think he'd be open to a like multiple partner situation. So I can't imagine that if he was serious with with his girlfriend that he would say and do the things he does with Grace, but who knows? Spicoli is just fucking brutal. Is there anybody on ThorpTV that's more brutal than Spicoli? Like, I don't know if you guys watch him on some of the other, like, ThorpTV expanded universe channels, but Spicoli's like an assassin.
and what you need to do is
A ridiculous, horny assassin.
take her for a little ride wherever you are. Take her about a mile away. Are we frozen? Did they freeze on us?
Oh, I remember
Anyway,
this.
guys, I'm gonna go. I gotta get some sushi. But I highly recommend you do what I tell you to do, son. Get her drunk.
There's the music.
Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you.
Oh, I see. I see the problem. Sorry. There we go. I got the audio back. Dalmatian looks miserable. Dalmatian, are you even having fun? He seems upset. Guys.
No, I'm fine. It's fine. It's fun. It's okay.
All right. You want to watch me on Hormaxer?
Sure, yeah, we can watch.
All right.
For people that have a problem with the Thorps, you have to.
Hormaxer, yeah, that's true. I just feel like I've seen more Spicoli than Hormaxer too, so that could be it. It just seems like no matter who's on the show, like no matter what they are, what's happening, if it's not Ben, then Spicoli is like 100% just attack dog all in on him. I love the him harassing Trippy Cast. I've been listening to a lot of that. That screen freezing was great too. That picture of Grace like looking like a goblin in the noodles. I remember seeing that in the Discord. All right, here we go. Speaking of Hormaxer.
Ask yourself, these people that are doing that, well, what's their problem? It's worse. These are all types of fucked up type of people. I'm talking about autism, that is Spurgs, but it doesn't get their stream anywhere. Their thing about streaming was they wanted to be a big league streamer. They wanted 1 million subs. Well, you're not going to get 1 million subscribers by hanging around morons like that. Who is that? Who is he? I don't know that name. But I could just assume by the level of people that they meet up with, this had to be another winner. Was he? This is the last guy that was with them? All right. Let me surmise this before I look at this clip. I would imagine that
I can already I'm already getting like anxiety on behalf of Dalmatian Dog.
this guy is a rotter and a dork. Would I be correct, Ozanthus, in saying that he's a rotter and a dork? He probably has assorted pathologies ranging from mental illness. He could potentially, I'm trying to get it before because I want to see how accurate I am. Is schizophrenic? Is he schizophrenic? A person that's schizophrenic may go down there. So he's a dorker. Okay, well, so are all the others. The dorks and rotters too. Is he a furry? Does he think he's a dog? Dalmatian? Does he think he's a dog?
Like, get shocked. You're paying the medical bill, okay?
Okay, you're gonna be fine.
He's definitely dumpy looking. Well, he's kind of like what I would expect, a doughy, dark rotter. At this point, it's not No Country for Old Men. It's No Country for Dark Maxers and rotters on their case. If you ever notice the main thing with all these people, these are guys that they don't look like they'd be comfortable in any sexual situation. They look to be very out of place in that. Yeah, very nervous.
I definitely think Dalmatian doesn't seem comfortable with that. What do you think about Lalo? Lalo said he's a man of experience. And he said that he hasn't slept with as many women as Hormaxer, but do you think Lalo is like, I think he's definitely more comfortable with that kind of like interacting with Grace in that way in person than Dalmatian is. But then Dalmatian is like completely filthy in Discord, just not in real life.
It's very stiff around women, very.
And if my moderator is lurking, I know the internet is real life. I'm trying to not phrase it that way.
Humbly around women. What I tell you about, and they may say, well,
that's probably what Dalmatian's going to take away from all this. He's going to focus in on people talking about his looks when really that's not even it shouldn't even really be a factor other than like, maybe some like just jabs like you would normally get. But I think that like his interactions with Grace are much more worthy of like reflection instead of him thinking that like maybe if his shirt was nicer, I know in Nikki News Discord, he was saying that like he felt like if he would have worn a hat and sunglasses the whole time, he would have like maybe that would have changed everything. And I don't know that that's true. Like obviously I get the comfort in wearing a hat and sunglasses, but I just don't think that would have made a difference.
Yeah, they're in person, but it's still a very odd social awkwardness. It strikes to me, I mean, what does he sound like? Let me hear him. Oh, Lordy.
Unless one person is better.
Looks like a Unabomber type.
I agree, but it's kind of dangerous to gamble with random people.
This is the type of guy that you would see placed on the clock tower. Now, was it me or did Grace develop already a complete mom bod? Because this looked like a 45-year-old soccer mom ready to go serve some Kool-Aid and blow the coach in the backyard. Yeah. It's an interesting.
He looks like the guy that would be in the clock tower. I think you're right, Grover.
Dynamic when you put basically Ben on a female body. Oh wait, he was in the RV with them here. Wait, he's in the RV. Look at this. What are you thinking when you look?
I'd be for. We can stay here.
That reminds me. I don't know why I get the feeling he. Not only that, but he looks like I don't know if I would compare him, the guy here. If I were to compare his body to an inanimate object that you could eat, it'd be akin to like a marshmallow. Yeah. You know what he reminds me of? You know what this guy reminds me of too in this picture? He reminds me of a guy that would have been in a raincoat, with me too, but maybe not with this because I just wouldn't care. So I would dress accordingly for the situation. But he looks like a guy that would be in the peep shows. The peep shows before internet, and he'd be in the trench coat. The trench coat guys. In a way, it's kind of comical because you could tune into this anytime, and you could see the same position of Ben complaining. Okay.
I still think about that scene from yesterday in the first part of the documentary, like after they part ways with Dalmatian to go to the gas station. That whole interaction between Ben and Grace. I think I'm gonna go back to the original stream and clip that to upload it just so that I have it in the Thorp alert. That was such a just a strange, interesting segment.
And Grace loving it. Okay, the women here. This is what we're gonna call the Thorps. The women that love to be abused but not by strong male specimens, but the women.
He's right. I mean, obviously, I can only base it off like he is of what we're seeing on the screen and what I know I've seen in Discord, but he's got him he's got him pretty dialed in. And it's one thing if somebody calls you out on something, but sorry, it's another thing if like Hormax or Spicoli are calling you out on it, then it's like 10 times worse.
And Grace should be entitled to women that love dark maxes and rotters. I mean, is there any good parts here, Anthony? This thing is 7 hours long. Who's this?
Guys,
look at this
I'm actually like a retard.
Oh, look at this crazy ball. Look at this crazy bitch. Look at those faces.
Well, hopefully I will get my head back on my shoulders and will be normal.
Now, see, a woman like that, potentially, Xanthi, you see the crazy eyes and those glasses? She kind of Down syndrome-y herself.
What?
On the brink of it, shall we say. What? Give you a good head to like. She'll spit on the thing. She'll spit on she'll eat your ass. Okay? But then you have to look at, well, what is this? I don't know who she is, okay? I just clicked on this. And I said, what is the pathology of this woman now? See, that's the thing you got to ask. Thorps, pathology. Pathology, Thorps. That's what we're looking at here because nobody can break this down quite like me. She's a Looney Tune. You can tell she's fucking crazy. I'm going for her all day long, Xanthi. This is the type she'll ride you like a fucking out-of-control pogo stick. Still there, okay? I've gone forward. You know this is a raging nut job. And when it gets dissatisfied in her life, you end up like her watching the Thorps on the bed. Again, here, Grace's face. You can see the talk about Carl if Carl's there. But, Grace doesn't know what the void is. She just knows that this situation with this gentleman that's her father besides her is that is her future.
Well, doesn't he? I haven't looked into Hormaxer as much as I have some of the other Thorpiters, but I was gonna say I think he literally lives in his mom's basement. And we were discussing it yesterday, and he goes to swingers parties, and I'm not judging any of this. I'm just providing context if you're not familiar with him, but basically sex and taking his clothes off and going to swingers parties is his gimmick, but he's only had sex with 20 women. So that became a big debate point many times. Spicoli hates him. I always like when Spicoli talks about him. He's right about some things. I mean, I agree with. I think he's right in. I think even if your life is in, and I'm not saying this about him, but you don't have to have your life together to be able to see obvious problems in other situations. In fact, it's probably easier for us to, as somebody that's been ranting about this situation for 4 days now, I can personally attest it's easier to see the problems and analyze and judge other people's lives than your own. So I don't think Hormaxer has to be a paragon of virtue to be able to judge people, but he's also he's invested to where he's interested, but he doesn't really care what happens to any of these people. Yeah, he's in his 40s. I don't really think I wouldn't call 20 partners slutty, but that's me.
And right here should tell you everything. You got a look of fear and distress.
He's not worried about protecting anybody's feelings. I guess that's where Grover would be right, that Hormaxer is more brutal than Spicoli, because Spicoli seems like he will always sweep for Ben. He's always wanting to put Ben over, whereas Hormaxer will seem, I don't know, maybe he has a soft spot for somebody that I don't know about. But this Hormaxer segment is wild as hell.
Stress right here. That's a look of some big pain there. Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
Can you write that down?
Yes.
Where's Crazy Eyes here? See, I see the reality of Xanthias. Now, as you see, Grace over here, because she see the difference. At least she has some life in her face.
Who is the person that she's chatting with here? Because I did honestly, when she first popped up on the screen, my first thoughts were crazy bitch too. Hey, what's up, Randy? Hey, what's up? What's up, ThorpTV?
Face she can't wait to drain her next.
I didn't know if it was Grace or Ben.
And Grace is just sitting there, befuddled. You see the big face, big old round beach ball, just sitting there befuddled, not knowing what an empty void. Now, the other one, though, which is interesting about this woman, does she have a channel? Does anybody know who she is? Because let me tell you something, this woman will give a wonderful blood worth its weight in gold, too. Yeah.
Does anyone know this woman's channel? She eats ass. She will spit on your dick. Does anybody know her channel?
Says MH's Grace is asexual. Well, I always said she was. I said that for a long time. Her and Ben both get off on humiliating these sucker men. Do they get off on the humiliation? Maybe to a certain extent. I'm interested in the ball drainer. Call her Betty the ball drainer. Now Grace here is staring out.
While you're in here, I got to tell you, Grace, I love that shot so much from yesterday when you guys were at whatever restaurant you were at, and you had the camera where it made Ben look like this just gigantic monster of a man, and then Dalmatian was the forced perspective made him look so small. I think that should be hung in the IRL Smithsonian.
Then when she moves her head to the left there, she got to see Ben there with the cigarette pontificating. Okay.
We're going up to a place where we can camp that would have electricity, so we can have AC and stuff. It's different. So
big the big arc in life is the electricity arc, obviously. Yeah. So the van life, it's the electricity arc, driving around searching for this thing called electricity.
I don't know who MH is, but it seems Grace was pretty clear, I think, with setting expectations for Dalmatian and was pretty clear with her communication. So I guess you could say that they suckered him in knowing he was going to look like a fool, but I think they were pretty fair with him for a long time, and I think she was pretty direct, and Dalmatian said as much on Nikki News Show that, like, he would ask to do something and she'd say no, and normally there was even, like, a reason, like, I don't know you, or I don't feel comfortable. So I don't agree with this comment, whoever MH is. I don't know about asexuality.
Here, it's a wonderful thing. Now, what you don't want from a woman like her, though, what you don't want, whoever her name is, call her Betty the Ball Drainer, as Andius, you don't want her with that stare over you late into the evening, early morning. You know, because this is the type here. You know that stare? It's a certain stare, and it'd be hovering over you like a presence, like a demonic presence.
You ever had, what's your favorite Sheets meal?
The chicken quesadilla. I haven't.
Why is this woman, Grace, talking about cheat meals? This woman ain't missing any meals, let me tell you that. That would have been funny if she would have drank Ben's piss. Like, yeah, the piss jug. That could be content too, Greg. Drink the piss jug. Get donos. Drinking Ben's. The man's kidneys are about to fail, okay? Can you imagine the ball drainer we're looking at?
What time you guys thinking of hoeing? Are both Ben and Grace going to be hoeing at Comic-Con?
Having a mental breakdown? He looks this guy looks very dysgenic.
Can you imagine if you're running like a small family-owned thrift store and this fucking Secret Service agent walks in?
His nose looks fake. In fact, his whole eyeglasses look like that thing. You know that thing on For a Joke, or that old thing? They had them on when I was a kid still. They had these eyeglass mustache nose things you would put on. They were kind of creepy. Does anybody know what I'm referring to? It looks like a gag almost. So that's about it, Owen. We're discussing pathologies.
I think that's 100% right. I think Dalmatian looks like, if we're in a simulation, I think Dalmatian Dog looks like he's like a moderator sent in to patrol. He just looks, like I said yesterday, he looks so plain and basic, yet he completely stands out like in any... just seems like he would always stand out looking like this.
Of course, when I bring up pathologies, especially online internet streaming pathologies, well, have to take a look over here. Yeah.
God, I hate my hair looks so bad mirrored.
No, I didn't change anything.
No, it definitely was not just like this 2 seconds ago. I was on the other complete side.
I didn't change anything. I agree, it did switch, but I don't know what happened. I have no idea.
Okay, you want me to sit here with the inverted camera?
This is not inverted. This is how it shows up on stream.
Okay.
Do you want that?
It's all pixelated anyway.
Whatever.
It's all pixelated, yeah.
All right, I don't care. Oh, man. Okay. I don't know if I can sit here with it like this.
But you were complaining that it was mirrored before.
I still think he should have put he should have at least put the holster on. How can you go on the RV and not put the holster on?
I liked it before on here, but I didn't know it was on the stream. I couldn't see it, right?
But this is how it shows up on the stream.
I understand that, yeah.
Okay, so but you have complained about both angles now.
No,
both it being flipped and it being
I
regular.
prefer it to... Okay, whatever, Chris.
You literally said I want it the other way. I put it the other way.
Okay, whatever.
But it's not whatever. I said...
Okay, I'd say, for me, can you flip it back to how it was?
I can't.
On StreamYard? Okay. Then it's
Look,
fine.
camera settings, there's no mirror option.
Okay, all right. I'm not sure how you flipped it at all then. But
I know you're freaking out over seeing your view being mirrored, but you do realize that's how everyone sees you normally.
Hey, what's up, Ben?
When you look in a mirror, you're seeing their image, not how you actually look.
Well, yeah, if it was up to me,
How long is it taking Dalmatian to figure out like how mirroring works? I think like one of the best moments in the camping segment was where he was like asking Ben like, "Oh, Ben, is this so how I look in real life? That's how I look on the stream?" And Ben's like, "I would think so."
yeah, I'd have it flipped, but okay, now I actually like it like this. This is good. Grace figured out how to flip it back for me, so I can live like this. To me, this looks much normal and better. This is how I should look, but Grace doesn't want to flip it for me, so it is what it is.
Isn't it the same? Did anything change?
Do you think I look much better like this and mirrored?
You look exactly the same.
Okay, whatever.
If it's
whatever.
mirrored,
that's just
if
not
it's
my
fucking
opinion, but whatever.
mirrored, it's the same either way. Don't you fucking understand that?
No, you look totally different mirrored than you do.
To yourself, yes. To other people, no.
All right, whatever. Well, we don't agree about that either, but
Doesn't know how mirrors work.
Mirrored. Don't you understand?
yeah, I
If you hold up a
understand. But
pencil,
I would almost say like, how do you argue with basic provable facts, but it's Dalmatian?
in the mirror, it doesn't look better in the mirror.
Look, guys, I don't think you realize how pixelated it is.
okay,
Fine.
yeah, whatever. It's fine then. Yeah, okay, it's pixelated beyond belief. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's like
It looks good. It looks good to us.
Your face is
Grace spends like 20 minutes telling him that he looks okay and everything's fine, don't worry, and he's just shitting all over her. And then Ben's like, "Hey, it's pixelated anyway." And he's like, "Oh yeah, Ben. Oh, thanks, buddy."
made. It's like 16 pixels. So
Yeah, all right.
Is Grace hotter IRL?
oh yeah. What do you think, Dalmatian?
Yeah, she looks like she does on stream. Yeah, I don't know if I'd say hotter. Just she's the same.
Same.
Is he looking over to Ben? Like, is he looking for permission to say that Grace is hot? What the fuck?
What do you give me out of 10?
Process.
No, you.
Hey,
yeah,
that's me.
Oh man.
I don't know, like 7 maybe.
Okay.
Sure, 7. Yeah.
I think you should listen to Spicoli. I think you should leave Ben with the RV, and then you and Grace should go hit the town. No, it's Friday night.
It's fine. No, I don't want to.
Have you ever hit the town?
Yeah.
Like go to bars and stuff?
Yeah.
Have you ever hit the town?
Continue rating Grace. How is her personality?
She's fine. She's nice.
Out of 10.
This is about as much as I expected. So.
What
Yeah.
would you rate my personality out of 10?
I don't know. It's easier to talk to in DMs. I'll say that.
I don't know if that's my personality flaw or you flaw.
You think?
Do you think Dalmatian prefers talking to her in DMs because she doesn't respond most of the time and he can just like dump whatever, talking about nutting in her or selling McDonald's cups, or like he can just say whatever and she doesn't really respond that often. So like he likes interacting with Grace when it's a one-sided conversation, but when she like responds and then it's like not as good.
Think it could be me flaw?
Well,
Do you think Grace is meaner in person?
Yeah, oh yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
meaner in person? I never talk to you in DMs.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, she doesn't DM a lot, so
Well, so how
we
am I
don't
meaner in
DM a lot.
person?
Period. I guess I send you just troll DMs, but besides that,
Troll DMs.
Yeah, I've seen
no,
them on
you
stream.
don't. She doesn't respond the same.
Why does he feel the need to like make excuses for that? Like, so what? He sent her messages saying he wanted to nut in her. I would say the majority of people watching the show probably can relate to that. It's not like anybody's going to judge him for it. And he's like, "Oh, those were troll DMs."
So
Ooh,
I
dude,
don't
it's
know.
true. Someone
It's kind of the same no matter what. But
So, Ruby, do you have any questions for Dalmatian about his goals, about his life, about who he is?
Yeah. What's your dealio, Dalmatian? What do you do? Like, what tell us about you.
I'm just a Thorp fan. That's all. Just a
I know it's a
humble
broad
Thorp.
question, but like, you know, what do you like? Do you have other like passions or hobbies, or do you work, or do you go to?
I'm just a fan of the Thorps. I just want Grace to change everything about herself down to the fundamental elements of her personality to fit the fantasy I have in my head. But I'm a huge Thorp fan.
School or like any? Not saying it to like be like, oh, you have to do those things. I'm just curious.
What are your passions?
I don't know. We were just talking about this. I mean, I play chess.
Oh, nice. That's
I
awesome.
play games. I like games. Yeah.
Let me ask it this way.
I don't remember what stream it was, but I remember one time Ben was talking to somebody about Dalmatian Dog playing games, and he was like, Ben was basically saying he didn't understand why Dalmatian even had a kick channel because he didn't like play games. He would just play chess every once in a while.
Dalmatian, what do you do another IRL meetup after this event?
Maybe someday, but we'll see.
By the way, are you feeling tired?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want? Yeah. We should
head out?
end. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm just thinking because OPC Don is in the chat. Pronces can
Take over.
Take the
All right.
OPC interview, which I'm very excited to see.
It was nice to meet the stream.
Yes, it was nice.
Yeah,
to
it's
meet
nice
you,
to meet you, Dalmatian. Hopefully, I'll meet you in person. We'll see. No pressure.
Yeah. Okay.
A little pressure, but not too much.
Any parting words, Dalmatian?
No, not really. It was fun. I like Thorpes very much, but I'm gonna head out. Not quit. I'm gonna quit.
Leaving as I totally expected Dalmatian would.
It was nice to meet you, man.
It's all right. It was.
Love you.
Yeah.
Love you, Dalmatian.
Stream loves you.
I'm not.
All right.
Are you all staying in the RV?
Probably an hour and a half. Yeah, it won't be.
Oh, okay. I was like, that would have been adorable.
Yeah,
but like, I get, like, you know.
I know. We were gonna do a sleep camp.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That would have been hilarious.
Hit the highway and I can be right back. Is what you're saying?
But
Okay,
yeah,
there's gotta be. Yeah.
you know, it was a lot of streaming, and he's never been on camera before. So
Yeah, everyone reacts differently to it. Like, even I sometimes
I'll
like
GPS
not
it.
in the right mood or whatever. Like,
All right.
yeah.
I had fun. Okay.
Grace is
All right,
getting
I'm
Good
gonna
luck
have
in your
process.
life.
You're good to take
Good
it.
luck.
Yep. Thanks, Grace. Talk to you soon.
Hi, Ruby.
Ruby, you can stick around if you want.
yeah, I'll hang out for a little bit.
We've got Dalmatian
Yeah,
back from
hi.
the IRL stream.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm
how are you?
yes, yeah, I whipped home. There's
Heard-
things
I mean-
there's things about Grace, like there's things that I love so much about her, like that I would like.
Please let us know.
But also, there's things I cannot stand about her. So it's very difficult.
Smell test.
I felt she was like somewhat uncaring and somewhat immature, but it is what I don't know. I don't want to like come on here and talk terribly about her or anything. Like I said, there
Dalmatian on his exit. I had a wonderful time. Thank you for having me. It was wonderful to meet you, Mr. Thorp. I've learned a lot. Wonderful time. Great to meet the chat. 10 minutes later, I really hate a lot of things about her. I don't want to talk bad about her, but and then goes on like a 2-week bad PR tour.
there are very good aspects of her, but it's also some bad, definitely, I would say. Some stuff I don't like, but it's not like I'm gonna like everything. Sometimes I feel like I don't even like Grace. It's more just like I think she's gonna be. I think she's gonna. No, I think she's gonna grow up someday. I don't mean to say she's like immature, but I think she'll be so good when she's like 25. She needs more time, like more.
Yeah, he's got to come back. He's got to have. We got to have more Dalmatian content. I see, kind of. Dalmatian as like a Joker that never does anything, like that never tries any. He's gonna try a caper someday. He's gonna try to find the Batcave one day if he wants to down the road.
Experience of the world and like how to treat others, and I don't know.
The first thing that you did, the very beginning, like when you met these people, all you did is complaining and complaining. And I was screaming out loud, and
What did I say? I said, okay, their
Oh my
RV's
God.
a little bit
Bro,
dirty.
bro.
And then Ben was,
Bro.
dude, the second I got there,
There are thousands of bugs. The cabinets are misaligned. It's hot in here. I need the camera flipped. And then he's like, what did I really complain about?
Ben was throwing out the N-word with the hard ER, like in real
I know,
life.
but it's like
So it's just like,
I don't say
Like, I'm not justifying Ben saying that, but how do you go on the Thorp RV and that surprises you? Like, was that the moment when he got mad and kind of like he didn't really confront Ben, but he brought up, like, he said something like, you say a lot of racist stuff. Like, that's so weird that he couldn't have been like shocked.
this with,
I agree that's not really cool. So yeah, I said, okay, maybe there's a little bit racist. Okay, sorry if that's a complaint.
you think about what is Ben referring to when he says Grace is putting them in danger?
So what'd you guys think about Dalmatian Dog? He was our last visitor.
I'm pretty sure too that if I didn't clip them, I know they exist, of Dalmatians saying a plethora of colorful, not nice words.
Our last visit at Thorpcon. What'd you guys think? Hope we make it to 2025. How things are going? Yeah. Where is he? He went home last night. He's a schizo, as we all expected. He's a dork. He didn't touch his hair enough. Great chemistry, no arguing. I'd say overall, I would give Dalmatian Dog a lot of grace because while he was sort of whiny, I would say he was whiny, he was on camera for the first time ever. Like, that's the first time we've ever met somebody who was off camera for, like, I mean, this guy's he's known us for years. He's been off camera for years, never come on panel with a camera on. And then we actually meet him in real life and he just shows his face. So props to him for that. He lacks self-awareness. I hope he gets therapy. He has weird head movements.
Okay, the weird head movements thing is funny, but I don't know how Dalmatian Dog comes away from this feeling negative. Like, I feel like Grace was very kind to him and patient with him. She could have definitely, like, escalated things and gotten some crazy content, but she didn't. She has swept for him since this happened. Even, like, the last time he called into the show, she was so nice to him, and he got real pissed off and hung up on her. And then she was like, don't worry. She, like, told the chat not to worry about it because that just happens. Like, I don't get it. Where's the psychotic brat? Where's, like, where's the crazy bitch in how Grace treated him?
Ben think of Dalmatian Dog? I think he just was, just understood that he was, like, shy on camera. Lalo and Dog came on the Late Show after. Dog thought you were really upset with him. Oh, really? I wasn't really upset with him. I got a little annoyed when he was, like, not letting me use certain cameras, but I wasn't upset. He's like a neurotic character on it.
And I don't mean, like, sweeping in a negative way, because I mean, part of what you do is you want to get good content from a guest, but then you want that guest to leave being open to coming back, like, and so I think that's what you were doing, and you were a good host, like, inarguably I in the 85-degree RV with whatever, but, like, I think you were a good host overall in how you treated him. Ben was even super nice to him a lot of the time. I think you guys went really easy on him, and you still got good content, and, like, I just don't understand the, like, reaction he had afterward, that, like, Grace was basically this monster. I don't see it.
On a TV show. It's like a little bit like George Costanza, So he's very sensitive, which makes him, like, very critical of others, but personally
Yeah, I mean, that's a way to put it. Like, that should be a quality that's very attractive to Dalmatian if he's looking for, like, a a trad girl is somebody that even when he's wrong, she's gonna have his back and try to help him save face.
He likes for people to be more gentle with him. ZXV Overload posted a clip. It's called Dalmatian Dog is asked how his trip with Grace went. Okay, let's see what this is.
You and I both know. I'm looking at the real you right now. My mask allowed me to be myself completely. No shame. No limits. Why did you write me? What do you mean? All those cards. I told you. We've been doing this together. You're part of this. We didn't do anything together. We did. You're out of your goddamn mind. What? This is all in your head. You're sick. Twisted. How could you say that? You think you'll be remembered? You're a pathetic psychopath. Begging for attention. You're gonna die alone. No, 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 no! A nobody! No! Oh, this is not how this was supposed to go. I had it all planned out.
ZXV, you have to like record things better. All right.
That was really good. I still think when Naptown used the Sam Hyde clip in the last, or in like the first half, that was so. I still think about that. That was unbelievable placement. That was really good too, though.
Summarize your last hour with Dalmatian. I think he was getting a bit tired, and he just seemed more and more uncomfortable with like a few flies being in the RV, and not really flies, like gnats, and being on camera and stuff. So he kind of spiraled a little bit, I would say. Dalmatian told Princess he felt Grace was extremely immature. Amsterdam, which says, yeah, something happened with Dalmatian. They're hiding.
Like, I completely understand not wanting, like, being uncomfortable on camera, especially for the first time, and especially you're in front of an audience that's going to critique everything you do, and people are going to make videos. Like, I completely understand that. But why blame it on, like, is it just a cope to blame it on Grace, knowing that she's probably going to, like, absorb that? It just seems like and it's at such a like high volume, right? It's not just like, oh, well, you know, Grace and I didn't get along. It's like this. I don't even know how many times psychotic came up in the Nikki New interview.
Something. No, nothing happened with Dalmatian. Like literally nothing happened. After we left the stream, he just basically left. He went over to my dad and he said like, I really look up to you. You're like a hero to me. And then we just said goodbye, and he got in his car and left.
And then that led to the what was it? You typed it in Nikki News chat that got put all over the Discord, where you were like, bro, too much.
It was pretty uneventful.
I think the whole trad thing applied to Grace comes from these detractor channels.
Then why was Dalmatian talking mad shit? Grace, you suck at lying. I always sound like I'm lying. I'm not lying though. Like nothing happened. He just got in his car and left. I mean, he made the wrong turn in his car, and we thought we were coming. Oh, he thought he left his card in here, and he didn't. That was basically it. So he talked shit for no reason. Well, nothing happened except what you saw on stream. I even said when we were off stream, once we came back on stream, I think I said to the stream that he said like, while we were off stream, that he.
I think a lot of people who watch ThorpTV, even if she doesn't fall within like the parameters of like a typical trad girl, is like I think a lot of people have that like fantasy vision of her like Dalmatian had. And that's why it was so difficult for him, because, and he said so. He even said it on Nikki New that like the real Grace didn't match up with the fantasy version in his head. So I think a lot of people view her or want her to be like to be a trad girl.
He loves me or whatever. I said that on stream, so like nothing happened off stream.
It's like Pearly Things, right? She's in she's in a different like content space, but she's another person that, I mean, I don't think there's anything trad about her aside from like her politics. Maybe I don't think there's really anything. She doesn't really live up to the expectations she places on other women, but people like really see her like, you know, for some reason she's viewed as a trad girl. And I found Grace because I watched Pearly Things, and somebody told me that Grace was like if Pearly Things had BPD. And so I started watching the videos right after Ben had, I think it was before the Saddam Hussein arrest, but I think after the walk. Because I think the first one I watched was her doing like she was cleaning, but she didn't actually clean anything. And then she had like she ended it at like Burger King. And then after I watched that episode, I was like, okay, I've got to see like everything.
How do you know when Grace is lying? Answer, her lips are moving. I don't know what he talked shit about. He said he thought I was immature. That's fine. But it's just whatever you saw on stream. He said Ben said the N-word with a hard R and you guys poop in the woods like bears. Oh, well, I mean, both of those things are true. He was probably just...
Like, I think going on there will be good for Ava, but do you think that they... Like, I'm not trying to insult her or anything, but do you think they saw a reason, like... It seems like they do really cherry pick who they bring on the show. So I hope she's really preparing, because I think she probably could hold her own, but who knows? It was like a Saddam Hussein arrest when they're bringing you out of the RV. It's like it's iconic footage to me. It's kind of like when they that old footage of like Bigfoot walking in, like that image of you like being brought out and the guy yelling at Grace, and he's like what does he say? Thanks for lying, but we got him, or thanks for lying, something like that. Oh, that was on Ava's channel or on Flow State?
Wound up from the stream. He talks a lot of shit. It doesn't really matter.
When you were reading Dalmatian's messages to you, I was dying. I was in tears.
I want to nut in you. I want to nut in you. I want to. Did you say that? He's like, I don't know.
Is that Machiavelli? Wait, was Machiavelli there during the entire Dalmatian dog visit?
I said that doesn't sound like something I'd said.
You know, you got a nose job for $7,000.
Jesus,
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I think
he should sue that surgeon.
Yeah, thanks for lying. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. I wasn't completely honest with you, and I yeah, here he is. Just come in and take him, officer.
His nose up.
It's like a half pipe or like a quarter pipe.
Yeah, it's like they shaved way too much off. It looks crazy.
I don't see why. Like, I guess he has like a extraordinarily like large nose.
No, he says he did.
Machiavelli's like the forgotten Thorpcon guest, because he was just so like, I don't know what he was like, you know, when the cameras were off, but when the cameras were on, he just seemed like he was like he was like a character on Saved by the Bell that you see every episode, but they don't have any speaking lines. That's kind of what it reminded me of.
But look, I have a picture, but he had like an Italian, like a Roman nose, like a big jutted out. Well, no, it was thick.
He sounds like he should have a big nose.
Yeah, it was a thick nose, like it kind of went out and then down. I don't know. It's masculine to have a big nose. It's so, I'm sorry, but it's just so womanly to be like, I have to get rid of my nose.
Yeah, I don't know.
Has OPC contacted Mike?
Well, I mean, I feel like when people talk about the Thorpcon arcs, it's always like Ruby, Lalo, Dalmatian Dog, OPC Don. Yeah, he was completely natural on camera. He just wasn't like so much of a performer. I need to go back and see I haven't actually watched the footage of Lalo getting high, but I want to see the grandma footage.
Mike yet?
No, I haven't heard from him.
Yo, you know, when Lalo was...
Did he go on the stream, OPC?
No, he didn't. Oh, speaking of OPC, I actually have DMs from him from last night. So let's see. He was supposed to give
Your arc was like a true crime arc, and then Lalo's was like this chaotic comedic circus, and then Dalmatians was like psychological horror. Mike also, though, he's got to get a shout out because that base, whatever that room you guys were in that looked like it was set from a 1970s sitcom, that was such a vibe, and like that like ratty weightlifting bench, it was amazing.
an interview to process, but instead he just DM'd me, I guess. So yesterday at 2:41, well, I guess today at 2:41 a.m., he DM'd me. He says, I heard you were interested in hearing what I had to say, but everyone from Machiavelli to Dalmatian, Ryan, Lala, Jeremy, and Ava all wanted to share their stories.
Well, those were like the police visit part of the arc, the grinder incident.
So Francis got his content, which is all I really cared
Grace saying the N-word on stage at the Mohegan Sun.
about. There were consistently 80 through 90 viewers throughout the night, so hopefully he's happy. But these two quotes were the big takeaways for me. I don't know if Give Crack was serious, but I can forward you his biggest complaints if you want to.
Look at Mike. He don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about him. He doesn't care how he's being analyzed online. He's on ThorpTV living his fucking best life.
Try to win him back. And no matter what happens, I will always be able to remind CXV that he said this. Okay, wait, let me share this.
He also had those great facial reactions when Lalo came back the second time. Those were Kino.
To StreamYard.
You sent this at 2:41 a.m.?
Yeah.
It seems...
He sent a screenshot of a chat by CXV. It says, OPC was infinitely more of a man than you, Dalmatian. Okay.
Well.
And then he sent another screenshot. Give Crack to me chatted last night, apparently. He said, start the new season already, then I'll donate. Boring ass shit. Dalmatian already gave up on them. It's over. Okay. And then he sent two other things. OP cucked on crying in DMs again. He said, also, Give Crack explained all his biggest complaints right on your channel, so you can hear them all yourself. This was at 5.
That's true, Ben. I think that is true. And like he was also communicating directly with chat a lot of the time too. So like he was answering, like he was definitely like the fly on the wall for the fans. I don't even know how many times people asked him how the RV smelled. I'm sure he was so sick of seeing that question asked.
5 a.m. So you can hear them all yourself and decide if it's worth changing anything or you're just going ahead with the same old plan. Either way, I've ordered the camera/remote/mounts that I think I'll need to get things going, and waiting for them to arrive is what kept me here longer than expected.
What camera?
For his own channel.
Oh.
If you still want to do the enemy/penny arc, you know how to reach me. But otherwise, it's time for me to get to work on my own, quote, YouTube business.
See you in 2025 again.
And getting rid of Discord and a million other distractions is the next step on my way there.
Yeah. Stay until 5 a.m.
By the way, if we scroll back, he said...
Just how I would approach it if I were going on Thorp TV is I would be thinking... I would just want to leave being seen as like being good content, regardless if it was cringe or if it was drama or if it was whatever. As long as like nobody had any hard feelings and it was good content. Like Dalmatian was completely stuck. He was obsessed with what chat was thinking. And then like Lalo's not quite as bad about it, but at least he was down. But I think you just gotta go on there like embracing the chaos and embracing like the whole vibe. I don't think you can go on there and like you shouldn't go on and moralize that like you're above ThorpTV or whatever. And that's kind of what Dalmatian felt like a lot of the time for me. Lalo was like that when he's not there in person. Then once he's there in person, he spirals real quick into the fun stuff.
He said back on July 20th, "Don't expect to see or hear anything from me until Thorpcon 2025, when we find out who officially won the bet." And after that, we've had
I thought he was building houses.
days and
How's he up
days
till
of
5?
messages. I don't know.
Isn't he in the middle of building houses?
By the way, I'm just waiting for my cameras that I ordered to come in for my booming YouTube channel. So that's the only reason I've stuck around. Okay.
Just killing time at 5 a.m. waiting for a delivery. You know, all night. You know the drill. It's double YouTube.
You know how it works.
Order something, stay up all night every night until it arrives.
DMing a girl on Discord. It's just typical construction guy stuff.
I felt like Grace was very, like, sort of immature, and I would say she's like pretty uncaring. That's how.
What do you mean?
Okay, wait. Go ahead. What does he mean?
Elaborate.
I don't know. Whatever guy she ends up with, I just didn't feel like she acted like a very good woman. But
Oh, because he asked if he could put his hand on my.
I would do an inordinate amount of drugs if I was on ThorpTV. I think that's the best way to guarantee that I would be content. Well, I'd have to accommodate the content.
Thigh while the stream was off, and I told him I'd rather you didn't. Is that why? Was that not caring enough for you, Dalmatian? God, that was me acting like a good woman because I was setting boundaries with you. He goes, "Can I put my hand on your thigh?" It's like, yeah. Well, no, actually, Grace, you are immature and uncaring. That's not true. I was super caring for him. I got him. I wanted to get him drinks and food. He said no to all of it. He goes, "Can I put my hand on your thigh?" And I was like, I'm just really trying to reconnect to this stream. He said he didn't attempt. He did. And then I was like, you know what? Just really trying to reconnect to the stream. And then he was like, you didn't answer my question. And I was like, I'd rather you didn't. Just because, you know, I don't really know you like that. He was like, well, we've been talking for a long time. And I was like, yeah, as friends. Dude, the guy literally begged me to come out to his car and say bye to him after he left. Like, this whole thing about, oh, I hate Grace so much, it's just bullshit. He's just
Your
coping.
thoughts driving.
He's just coping.
Home.
Anytime I tune into ThorpTV, I'm always hoping that I'll either hear the RFK Jr. or the autism voice. I feel like both of those are so... Well, Ben, what do you say to the people, and I've seen this said a lot, like it comes up over and over on the Discord and in chat. It was Thorpcon 2020, and picking guys like OPC Don and Lalo and Dalmatian Dog, guys that were going to be pretty easy to like guide, so to speak. Like, was Thorpcon 2024 just a... They like to say it's because you wanted, it was like your Cuck the Zoomers tour. Like, is there any truth to that? Could we get a definitive Ben answer on that?
What kind of thoughts going through your head?
mostly all about Grace. Yeah, everything was about Grace.
Whoa.
In what way? What kind of thought?
I am not kidding. He texted me. What did he say? He was like, he left the RV and he went out to his car. And he said he lost his card, the card that he paid for the dress with. And he said, I can't find my card. I said, what card? He said, the card I paid with for the dress. I said, I don't think you brought it in here. I could check though. Didn't you put it back in your wallet? My dad's looking for where you might have put it on the stream. He said, hey, I found it. Do you want to say bye? Up to you. I said, I'm changing right now, LMAO. He said, just a handshake is fine. I said, I'm in my PJs. He said, I'll just go then.
Well, no, I'm not saying that, Ben. I think you and Grace are willing to meet up with almost anybody, right? I mean, content's content. But there's a belief within the ThorpTV community that these people were specifically chosen, like, that's what they believe more than what I believe. I definitely, yeah. Like, I fully believe that it was an issue of, like, and it's not an insult to the people. I just think you would have collaborated with more people if you could have, in addition to these people. But there is, like, a group of people who believe that, like, Dalmatian, like, you dominating these other men in front of Grace is like was part of your motivation.
I said, okay, heart emoji. It was so fun streaming. Hope we can see you again sometime. He said, lol, okay. And then a minute later, he said, come out, please.
I personally think you're happy when there's collaborators there because it lets you kind of relax for a while, since you've got somebody else there to kind of shoulder some of the content. What type of dude does she realistically expect to date? Keemstar? That was pretty cool whenever she got the shout out on LolCow. Even Wings put her over a little bit.
I said, I'm already in bed, lol. Sorry. By the way, I couldn't stand being around her, by the way. Bullshit artist.
Like, oh, I miss her.
No, not I miss her.
Oh, I want to see her. I want to see her again soon.
No.
Handshake cell.
I was watching LolCow live. I was hanging out with somebody that's not into, like, the YouTube culture, but I just had LolCow on, like, listening to it in the background. And whenever they said that, they like immediately knew who Keemstar was talking about, and they were like, "Oh my God, are they talking about Grace fucking Thorp?" And I was like, "Yep."
OPC never said or did anything as bad as this. So close, tell me. Gee, sorry, I'm already in bed. Bye. Please come out to the car. he handshake zoned himself. He asked multiple times, but he couldn't stand being around me, by the way, guys. Just so you know, he couldn't stand being around me, by the way. By the way, Dalmatian, even if you think that I am mad at you, which I'm not, you do have a fan. You have got a big fan. Nikki New.
Oh Lord.
Commented twice about you recently. She said, I absolutely love Dalmatian. He's a breath of fresh air.
Dalmatian.
And then she responded to somebody else's comment. She said, hey, Laura, I'm a big Dalmatian fan. I think he's great and a good looking guy. So you've got one solid fan.
I thought that one thing that made the Nikki News interview so entertaining was that, like, she was such a sweeper. Like, she says that she doesn't, but she's always talking about how she thinks Dalmatian is good looking and stuff. And she'd be trying to, like, lead him down, like, with her questions, be like, oh, Dalmatian, when Grace was mean to you, did you ever think about leaving or maybe dating one of me daughters?
And Nikki knew. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Our most recent stream.
I've been in a bad mood, but I'm trying to chill myself. I've been rushing around. I got a bit of pain in my chest that I'm worried about. But
Got a big pain in my chest that I'm worried about.
I think it's because I've been feeling angry.
Because you don't have a dick, Ruby.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to my Thursday evening stream.
And I like Nikki. I think she's entertaining. I just think if we're anybody in the like Thorpiverse is kind of like, I think they've got thick enough skin to take a little bit of joking around.
Let me send Dalmatian the link for my channel. Dalmatian was begging Grace to come outside and meet him when he was leaving them to make a move on her, even though he's got a girlfriend.
I'll be right back.
Oh, we'll ask him now when he comes on. Star, you're muted, I think, Dalmatian.
Yeah, hi, Nikki.
What you done? When Grace was in the RV and she fell asleep and you just carried on with the stream while she was sleeping, I thought that was such a lovely thing for you to do. And it was like you were being there for her as a friend as well. I thought, oh, what a good guy. You're a lovely guy doing that.
Yeah, she was weird the whole time. Like, I enjoyed meeting her at first, I guess. I didn't spend too much time with her. I spent one day with her.
Yeah.
But I've known her in DMs. There's definitely some things I don't like about her, and I wish she was different in some ways.
Yeah.
Oh, Ruby, you could go for sure. Nikki would love to have you on, I'm sure. She loves to talk about Grace.
But there's a lot of good things about her too. I think the bad almost outweighs the good sometimes, though.
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah, I find that. Yeah, that you're right there. You are.
I had to get a drink, and I didn't want anybody to clip my ass and make a video that said Mark Fusion twerks for soda. So, and also I didn't mean to say soda, Dalmatian. If you're watching this, I'm sorry.
But if you message her like at the right time, you catch her when she's because so much of the time she's like insane. She won't respond.
Yeah.
I don't know what she's.
Again, like Grace, why aren't you responding to 100 consecutive DMs of different colored hearts?
What she's doing, she can't text me back. I don't know if she's mad at me now after we met, or she's just going through a lot right now.
I don't even know. I don't think anybody knows what's happening at the moment.
Yeah, they didn't stream today, right? They didn't stream today, so.
No. Well, they did or they didn't.
Yeah, they did not. They did not.
Oh, Dalmatian, I get a tickle in me mange. Just, I love this interview. I think it's amazing. I think this is perma Thorp lore content, but she's just like filleting him through the whole interview. Like, he was mad because Grace wasn't giving hand jobs to Lalo occasionally. He's getting like this is like a 4-hour gooning hand job.
No.
Yeah. So what did you think? You watched the entire thing of me on there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just. I felt like it was nice, like being in the car driving with her, but.
She's definitely got a soft spot for you.
No, I doubt it, Nikki. I doubt it.
She has, Dalmatian, she has, 100%.
She has a soft spot for you. Maybe not.
No, she hasn't.
What?
She loves you and your accent and everything.
Yeah, of course she does. I hate my own accent anyway. So,
You have a great accent.
but no, she has. When she was teasing him when she was in the woods, and she kept saying that you was a side piece. Oh, it was so funny. She kept arguing with him. Yeah, you know I'm your side piece. You know I am.
Okay, I'm not sure. Was that from?
When
I'm not
she
sure.
was
I
in
know
the
what you're
when
talking.
she was camping in the woods.
Camping in the woods. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you were
Yeah.
doing the gambling
Okay. Yeah.
streams.
Yeah. Okay. I remember that. Yeah.
She was teasing him. It was so funny.
Yeah. Do you think I should have hit on her? She turned me down, Nikki. Did you know that? She turned me down.
She never.
Which, by the way, there it is. There's no disputing it now. That's coming out of Dalmatian Dog's mouth. He says it multiple times in this interview that she turned him down, and he completely goes off that narrative later on.
Hi, Lalo.
No, she wasn't interested in me.
She actually said that to you.
Well, yeah. I mean, I could tell.
Oh wow, notorious cum fetishist Giggler is in my chat.
She's not interested in anyone, though, is she? Really, when it comes down to it. Even Lalo tried.
Yeah, I could have done a better job rizzing her up, I guess. Maybe I botched doing some things, but
You were just
swipe it,
kind
boy.
of Ben takes over as well, though, doesn't he?
it's just awkward. Like I never got. It's kind of awkward with Ben there. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to make a move on her, and her dad's gonna be right there. Like that's just not something I want.
It was funny when she was reading all your DMs in the car.
Yeah, she always does that though. She always does.
I know she does.
I don't know why. It's at some point, like I just wanted to talk to her. Like
I don't think it really bothers Dalmatian that she reads the DMs, or he would change the way he's communicating. I think he probably, again, I'm sure that he does want to nut in her, but I think he probably tries to say things that would maybe get her to put them on. He seems to contradict himself all the time and like almost put her in a position where she has to by saying like that he didn't say this or he didn't mean that, and then in the DMs he's like stating it directly.
she's like, she doesn't know how to talk to men. She doesn't know how to talk to.
She goes she goes kind of awkward. She feels awkward, doesn't she?
Well, she just doesn't know how to talk to me. That's what she resorts to, is reading our DMs. Because I mean, if she
Hey, Nikki.
talks to me, she's like, she's raging.
We're talking about your affections for Dalmatian Dog.
She's like mad. You have to get very lucky to have like a normal, good conversation with her, where she's like acting sane.
Yeah.
But I made a move on her. You know, she was reading our chats while we were driving, and she read one chat that was like saying like, Dalmatian, put your hand on Grace's thigh.
Yeah.
While we were driving, and I said, okay, I've got it, guys. Whatever. I didn't want to really. Maybe I should have asked her in that moment, but she read that chat, and so we went and we bought the dress. And
so, Grace, if you're still here, you might have already said it in a different stream or whatever, but what would have happened in that moment if Dalmatian Dog had taken the initiative from the chat and put his hand on your thigh? Like, would that have been a good decision or a bad decision?
After we were driving in
she hasn't taken that dress off. She absolutely loves it.
So, like after we went dress shopping, or I guess finish about my move I made on her.
Ruby derangement
So we
syndrome.
bought the dress, and then, like I said, there was a chat about me putting my hand on her thigh. So I asked her in the car if I could put my hand on her thigh. And what do you think she said, Nikki?
What did she say?
No, I want to hear what you think.
What are you doing? I don't know.
No, I asked her. I didn't just do it, right? I wouldn't just grab a woman or do something like that. I would always ask first.
Yeah.
Unless
did
I
you,
know,
did
unless
you
I
ask
know they're
her?
okay with it.
Did you
Yeah,
ask
yeah,
her? You did.
yeah,
And what-
yeah.
so what did she say?
I'm
If you
curious.
want,
Well,
if you
she
want
gave
to.
her response was so funny. Her response was so funny to me.
I don't even want to say it, guys. I don't even want to say it. Grace says putting his hand on my thigh on stream is funny. Asking to do it off stream as if it's a legit move was awkward and bad riz. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Like there's a difference between like content and thinking that like proposing. I mean, preparing to propose. I could have definitely seen Dalmatian Dog do a proposal. That would have been amazing.
What do you think she said?
If you want to. I don't know. I don't know what she said.
I haven't told anybody about this. And then like when we were saying goodbye, I'll maybe tell you in a minute. But then when we were saying goodbye too, she wouldn't even. Do you know she didn't even say goodbye to me?
Nikki, if you saw the cartwheel clip, like, did you see the people say that Ben doesn't like appreciate donors and stuff? Did you see the amount of effort Ben put in, like directing that scene to make sure that I got my $5 worth? That was like multiple cartwheels. I mean, what else could you want for $5?
Never. She didn't want you to go though.
Well, she could have at least said goodbye to me. Like I texted
Yeah,
her.
she should
Like,
have definitely said goodbye to you.
well, yeah, she's a psychotic fucking bitch. That's just what it is. Like I texted her like, can I just get a handshake goodbye? Because I wanted her to know, like, I'm not going to try to make a move on you. I just want to say goodbye. Like, I don't want to.
Yeah, I thought she would have given you a hug.
Grace, you've rejected me multiple times, so I'm just letting you know I'm not making a move on you. I'm just trying to negotiate a handshake.
Yeah, I don't want to make it seem like I'm going to, like, ask you to kiss me goodbye or something. I just want to, shake your hand and say, it was nice to meet you, Grace. I'm happy I got to spend time with you. And then I wanted to leave, and that would have been it. But she wouldn't even let me say goodbye. She was saying,
okay, this is I'm pretty sure verbatim what happened. Do you have anything else you want to say, Dalmatian? Not really. And then like went over and gushed to Ben. Like you could hear him talking to Ben for like a pretty decent little amount of time there. Like you're given a direct window to say what you want to say.
she closed the RV door, and that was like the last time I ever saw her.
Oh.
So she could say goodbye to Lalo, right? She could say,
oh boy, here we go, man. Lalo has cucked Dalmatian Dog. He is so obsessed with him.
goodbye to, I'm sure she's said goodbye to Darius and all these guys she's met, but with me, I guess that's how much I fucked up, is I can't even get a goodbye. But what can you do?
I think it will. I don't think it was through her being pissed off or anything like that. I genuinely think that she was upset because you were going.
She wouldn't let me put my hand on her leg even.
Nikki, that might be the worst read on the situation ever.
And she want to know what she said? I'll tell you what she said. She said, it's like, I don't even want to say it. I haven't said it yet at all. I don't know. She said she doesn't really know me. Is what she said, actually.
What a psychotic bitch.
She's like, no, dude, I don't really know you. And I thought, like, okay. I said, I mean, it's fine. It was just like, I don't know.
OPC, I can't do it right now, but I'll make you a mod later once I come off.
So, I don't know. When she said, like, I don't know you. I don't really know you. Like, I thought.
Well, I asked her if we could be intimate together, and she's like, well, no, I don't know you that well, Dalmatian. I was like, you fucking psychotic bitch. Grace, why don't you act like a woman's supposed to act? God damn it.
Like, okay, so, I mean, why did she let me buy her a $40 dress if she doesn't even know me?
She does know you.
Boy.
I think
No, she doesn't, Nikki. Why did she, if she doesn't even know me, why would she want me to sleep with her and her dad? Like, I'm not going to sleep with you and your dad if you don't fucking even like it was just such a weird sort of
That
answer.
is, yeah. That is a bit, yeah.
So she like avoided the question at first, actually, and then I was like,
That's the thing with Grace. Sometimes you just don't know where you are with her, and she's like that with a lot of people.
well, no, it was just like she just wasn't interested. I guess it's fine. It's not the end of the world. Like, but
Yeah.
no, she just was not interested. So
But she done the same with Lalo. He came back. You know, what Lalo should have done is said to her, "Can you come by? Can you come out for you a minute so I can have a word with you?" And not brought the camera with her.
no, she's a bitch. She wouldn't help him.
No.
She wouldn't help him. She wants the guy to literally do everything, and like she wants like a guy that will literally get on their hands and knees and give her everything he owns. Give everything you own to Grace. Get on your fucking hands and knees and suck Grace's fucking toes and bow down to her.
This is so Kino. This is such fantastic content. This is this is great Dalmatian dog stuff, but it is so detached from reality. It's unbelievable.
She wants a slave, a literal legit guy who will give all of his possessions, all of his money. He'll sell the shoes on his feet and give her the money for them. And she wants a guy that she can do. She's going to make her husband do the dishes. Her husband is going to, well, no good man will ever marry her, right? Because what man is going to put up with that psychotic behavior? She's only said,
fellas, is helping your partner around the house sometimes psychotic behavior.
She called me a pussy. Did you hear that remark at the end? She's like, "No, he's gonna leave like a pussy." Like,
yeah,
so she didn't call Laylo a pussy. So I guess that's just saved for me. I get called a pussy. I get $40 fork out for the dress.
Yeah, that's your thanks, like, exactly.
And it's
God, Dalmatian sounds like a abusive husband on Dr. Phil, like complaining about, saying that his wife is psychotic because she uses like 2 paper towel squares at a time. This is just so bizarre. Like, are we to believe that the rare time that they weren't on camera during this trip that Grace like devolved into this like demon that demanded that that he sell his shoes and suck her toes?
I get turned down, like I get told I don't even know you, but then, hey, come sleep with me and my dad.
Yeah.
Dalmatian dog should just hook up with prostitutes. He clearly views women transactionally. He doesn't seem to treat Ben that way, and he seems to have like a very positive, relationship with Ben, at least on his, from his perspective. Like, if everything is transactional, then just approach it that way. Don't drag your fantasy version of other people into your reality and then get mad when everything's not like perfect. And when somebody directly tells you, "I'm not interested in you," like, you can't really blame that on autism, right? Because it's pretty difficult to interpret, "Don't touch me, I don't know you. I don't really know you very well." Like, that's pretty fucking direct.
Come on, sandwich.
Yeah, but it's just like, and then I get no goodbye. So
I cannot imagine in a million years. I knew you wouldn't stay there. I knew. There's no way this guy is gonna jump into that bed with Ben and Grace.
No, she didn't do anything I asked. I asked her, "Hey, Grace, can we go on a drive or something?" And
yeah,
like looking back at it now, it was sort of.
She looked kind of peed off in the beginning when you were sort of hanging around. Well, it was like you and Ben, at the start. She looked kind of pissed off. She can't like she was knocked out, guy.
She was like drunk when I had got there. She was drunk when I got there, so.
Grace is a psychotic bitch. Grace is a great woman. She's funny. Now she's a psychotic brat. Now she's drunk when he gets there.
Was she?
Yeah, she was drinking something. But it's fine. I don't know. I wish I wish it was a different sort of experience, but
well, we live and learn, Dalmatian. Would you meet them again? Would you meet up with them again?
Does anybody else think that maybe Dalmatian Dog, since Grace was, in my opinion anyway, kind and patient with him, do you think his fantasy version of Grace that he wanted is like the one that like yells at the pay pigs, and maybe he wanted to sell his shoes and suck on Grace's toes? She did offer to let him kiss her thigh on where Ruby put the cigarette out on her.
No.
No?
No, probably not for a while, no.
Someone's trying to join the panel a minute. I gotta be ready in case it's a phone bomber. Hello?
She used and abused you for what? A dress?
I just need to ring in and tell Dalmatian Dog what a pathetic faggot he was.
Oh,
that was the what a fucking loser. Jesus
Thanks,
Christ.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks. Yeah, so I mean it's a sad experience, and then she wouldn't even text me back after.
Hey, Nikki New, let me tell you everything you need to know about Giggler. To her, cum is spiritual. Okay? That's all you need to know.
She always reads our DMs, and it's like,
yeah,
I can't really send her anything like private, or like
if he wanted that, if he wanted the psycho brat, why didn't he ask for it? Why didn't he tell her in communications coming in like, hey, look, I'm down for the, I want the full ThorpTV unhinged experience? He couldn't have handled that. My God.
I sent her, like, let's say I sent her a picture of me or something, I feel like she would dox it. Like, I don't know, maybe she would keep our conversations, but she's doxed everything. I texted her the other day and I asked her, like, can I send you a picture of my dick and I'll send you like $30? And she like read it on stream. Like, it's like, okay, next time I'll offer you no money and no dick, and you'll just get nothing, and that we won't even talk.
So I'm gonna make 2 T-shirts off of the Dalmatian Dog saga. I'm gonna make one that says next time ... $0, 0 dick, and then the other one's gonna say cough if I can nut in you.
That's what, like, if that's what she wants, like, I don't know. She just can't ever. She has no interest in me. I swear, she has no interest in me. All she's interested in is a slave and money. She doesn't want to hear any advice. She doesn't even want to.
Dalmatian doesn't understand why the person who live streams for a living is like money minded. She wanted, like, it was like a $38 dress. He's acting like he ran her. Like he was sugar daddy, being a sugar daddy or something.
She doesn't want to talk. At least I don't think so.
But don't be down on yourself because you think it's personally, with you. She's like that with everyone. She's obviously not looking for a relationship with anyone, I don't think. And that's fine, that's fine. That's what she wants.
Yeah, I'm not saying we had to be in a relationship. I'm not saying I don't really want to be in a relationship with her, but it would have been nice if she fucking had said goodbye to me. But it's but it's like, it's whatever. Looking back at it, it was fine. It's not the end of the world.
Can you imagine people though when you just hear their voices?
That does keep coming up over and over again. He seems to be like upset because Grace isn't giving people hand jobs occasionally.
And then sometimes when you see him, then you think, "Whoa, I didn't expect that." Do you know what I mean? You think, "Whoa."
Yeah, Grace never really saw me before we met. I had asked her a lot to like call me and do calls with me. She wouldn't ever do any call. She would never do a call with me.
Wow.
Not one-on-one, like.
No. I mean, we had talked about it in DMs, but
yeah,
it's like we always talk and then we never really follow up with what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Ben is They're sort of mad at me, I guess, for saying this. I don't know. Okay, so am I not supposed to? I don't know if they're
What?
mad at me because I'm on here with you.
Who's mad at you?
Ben and Grace. I think they're mad at me
Why?
because I'm on here talking to you. I just got a DM from Ben. It was like, never contact us again. So,
Dalmatian, never speak to me or my daughter ever again. I'm coming for your walk, Charles.
You're not saying it. Hang on. You're not saying anything bad.
I know. I think it was about something maybe before I got on here with you, I was talking to them. Actually,
Do they see it as you were because they dislike me, that you being disloyal by being on here? Is that what it is?
I don't know. They don't know how to have respectful relationships with people. They're just like, do everything we say, give us everything, or we're done with you. And it's like, okay, how can you?
But Ben, if you've got a problem, you know you can come up on the panel.
Yeah, he could. He'll never come up though, Nikki. I don't know. I've been messaging Grace, like, I've been texting her like, hey, I want to have a conversation with you. You owe me a conversation. And she just does not respond. I'm gonna.
In what way?
Close my Discord account, and Maeve.
Like, I understand that Grace wants to talk with Dalmatian and wants to keep like communication open with him, and that's fine. But the idea that like she owes him anything for what? What did you do? You bought her a dress. Like, I don't understand it.
If Grace ever wants to talk to me, she can text me, but I'll watch their show. I don't know if I'm going to come up on their show so much anymore. I just leave them to do their own show, and they can try to succeed on their own. I mean, I don't.
That's one of the funniest lines from this interview too. The idea that if Dalmatian Dog doesn't come on the show, ThorpTV ratings in the toilet. You're never going to get closure. It's ThorpTV. I don't think Dalmatian or Lala or whoever are ever going to get to a point to where they're going to move on from this until there's no ThorpTV anymore. I think they're caught in the current of ThorpTV. As many of us are. Owing conversation, mob talk, it's like I wouldn't say like incel talk, but it's in that vicinity. It's just everything with Dalmatian seems transactional. Like, everything just seems like he's expecting A's gonna lead to B, and if it doesn't, then there's like a breach in the social contract.
I don't know.
Was Dalmatian, he seems like the guy that Aphrodite had all the problems with. Remember the guy that thought that because he had bought Aphrodite a drink that entitled him to sex? And then Grace bullied Aphrodite about it for an hour.
Blew their relationship with OPC, but it's like...
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I could have been nicer, maybe.
It was good content. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know.
I don't think it's you, Nikki. I just think he's got to get a little bit of... He needs to decompress. I think he'll be back for sure. I hope so. I hope he comes back.
Where the bad attitude comes from. That's really the problem with her. It's just a negative, bad attitude. It's like a bitch mentality. She, like, for real, it's really what she has. They just don't know how to act appropriately. Like, they're just...
Only with each other.
But it's like, for me, like, they don't act like how I would want somebody to act that I would hang around.
He's reading Ben and Grace's DMs. Ask him what it says.
Yeah, I had DM'd Grace so many things, and I don't know why she thinks her DMs are that funny. Like, most of the stuff I had sent her, to me, it's just like, whatever. It's not that serious. It's like, who do you think Grace would be good with? Laylo?
Oh, boy.
What, in a relationship with Laylo?
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
no. I don't think they suited, no.
I think so. Because who else is she going to get?
Dalmatian Dog is... like waking up in a cold sweat thinking about Lalo.
Who else is she gonna get, Nikki?
I don't know.
She's gonna get probably fucked by random guys that will pay her.
Oh my god.
I so badly I want to see the guy that Grace ends up with. I'm gonna be very excited to watch that someday.
Now he's excited to watch Grace with her new man. Grace is going to turn to prostitution. This is just so unhinged.
I think she will get married and have a family of her own, but I think she'll get divorced just like her parents.
She just said on her Discord, I'm just saying streaming isn't really working out like I thought it would.
She's quitting streaming now.
Is that what she's saying? She just said, I don't particularly feel like streaming for hours without any donors. I don't know if you say it's my fault. I'm not doing this as a hobby. I just got to figure out what I'm doing.
I mean, their donor, they ruined their relationship with their donors somehow. Yeah. They could have sucked OPC dry, kept Give Cracked around, kept the donations coming. Like, but Grace...
Realistically, besides Grace having sex with him, what else could they have done for OPC Don? That motherfucker was around forever. He lingered forever. He was basically non-tent halfway through. What good content he made, he was super self-conscious about it and would try to sweep for himself in chatting in the Discord by saying that everything on ThorpTV is fake, and no, he really didn't get shit all over his face. I mean, once he starts delivering buckets filled with random animals, where do you go with the content from there? Like, it was time for OPC Don to go.
She doesn't do enough or appreciate her donors. And then she's like, oh, why is it drying up? Are you fucking retarded, dude?
Like, a great Give Crack, I've had him on here as a guest, and he told me that it was just no appreciation, you know, and basically they didn't like what she done to OPC.
Yeah. And then so he dipped, he left, and now they have...
But they seem to think, Ben seems to think, and Grace, that OPC is trying to ruin their livelihood. He's been going around everyone, telling everyone not to donate.
Sorry, I'm reading Ethan's chat. I like this Ethan guy. This guy is... I have a lot of respect for this guy. Pay Pig Rebellion confirm. Give Crack to me. Give Crack lied to me.
She said our personal legal issues aren't exactly good to make public, lol.
I mean, I think there was good content when OPC Don was there, but he was pretty bizarre. I mean, you have to admit that. He was objectively strange, which is good for the show. But whenever he decided to kind of go from the aw shucks, like pay pig that was kind of starstruck to meet, you know, the woman he'd seen on YouTube all those times, that was entertaining content. But once he moved on to like, here's how I'm gonna change everything fundamentally about ThorpTV, and Grace, you're, you know, past your prime and whatever. Like, that just seems to me like the same shit Dalmatian Dog is saying. Like, I don't like, they don't like Grace, they don't like the way she acts, they don't like whatever, and they want to like change it. Of course that's not gonna go over in ThorpTV world. These are sovereign citizens.
I know that's ironic to say, but still.
Is that what she said?
Yeah.
Did she just say that now in Discord or something?
In Discord, yeah.
Oh, okay. Hey, well, Grace, how about you fucking don't talk about it then? I'd still go live. How is that preventing you from going live? Because she's just exhausted with all of her problems in life. It's hard for her. If you got all these problems pushing you back, it's hard to go forward again. Eventually the problems just overrun you when you like are defeated and you have to go and, I don't know, take some time to get over it, I guess.
Yeah, I was going to type in the chat, Grace, come up on my panel, but I'm too afraid to.
No, go ahead. I just talked to her off stream, but I haven't, like, she's not addressed anything I've said to her. She's not addressed the goodbye. She's not addressed any of it, but she doesn't have to.
She did. She addressed all of it. Like, we literally saw the clips of her addressing it.
It's fine. But she knew she knew I liked her, and I still do like her. I don't know. She could give me a call. She could give me the time of day. I would simp for her. I would simp for her.
Oh my god.
I
I
do
love
simp
her.
for her. I simp for her all the time. I go on her stream and I fucking whatever though. She's like she would never appreciate. She doesn't appreciate guys that simp for her. She's just like I mean, she's been nice to me, I guess.
Oh, somebody wrote in that chat, Nikki's inviting you to come up on the panel.
Oh, good. That's nice. And I'm so disappointed by her behavior. You know, I don't mean to make her feel bad or drag her down, but like, yeah, I'm disappointed.
Hey, Doug, you hate your accent? I like it. I think it's fun. I think it's fun. I hopefully it's not disrespectful. You don't feel like I'm being disrespectful. I think it's a fun accent to try to mimic.
At her behavior. Yeah, because
Grace is hilarious doing it.
It's like,
oh, she just said, "Aha, Dalmatian, that guy can fuck himself."
That's nice.
Oh, fucking hell.
Thanks. Thank you, Grace.
I don't understand what is
She is.
though?
I'll say, like, she is beautiful though, and that's why so many guys simp for her. That's why Laylo is. That's why she has all of these guys. She can be with any guy.
I gotta say, he loves you, Grace. Oh, and she's dropped some messages.
Our DMs or something.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. She's like leaking our DMs. Well, I don't even
I
do
think
DM.
I didn't even deserve a goodbye. Laugh my ass off.
I've already seen this, and I'm still like, I still get that like chest tightening anxiety cringe.
Yeah, she liked that from the other day. Yeah. Because this is what I mean by. I always talk about her reading our DMs, where I'm like, I can't send her a picture of myself because she'll leak it. She just gets so mad at me. She's just mad at me. That's all that it was. Or when I said goodbye, it was like, whatever. I feel nice. I got this shirt, and it put me in a very positive mood. And sometimes you just need to go shopping. You just need to buy new clothes.
Yeah, she's dropping all your DMs.
Okay, that's fine. I didn't even DM her anything that was like that bad, I don't think.
Oh man.
I'm not really sure what I said that was so bad.
This is one of my favorites. I'm not going to read all of them, but I like this one. Grace is saying like, I'm negative $138 in my bank account. I'm fucking depressed. Leave me alone. It's not personal, but I'm fucked. And then a little bit, he offers to be nice, but then he replies again before she replies. And he says, oh, I'm a 21-year-old woman with a huge rack complaining. Maybe you should have taken my $30 to rate my dick size. Where's Keemstar with the ba-da-ba-bum-bum?
She's saying, I have 138 in my account. I'm fucking depressed. Leave me alone. It's not personal, but I'm fucked.
Yeah, and I told her I'd loan her the.
You offer
This
offering
is
that
so
money.
autistic. Why is she doxing my DMs with her? She's so retarded. Oh man.
Like, in what world is this stuff that we're watching right now not 50 million times more interesting, more dynamic? It has everything. Like the whole like Boogie faking cancer. Who gives a shit? Who fucking cares? That this doesn't have the views of LolCal Live. It will always amaze me. This content is so much better than anything else. Like anyone else in the LolCal space, it's not even remotely close. Like it's crazy that many people watch LolCal Live for nothing, and this is like in-depth Netflix level drama.
You're offering to give her money.
Uh-huh. Yep, I did, yes.
We have exit interviews, debriefing interviews. Like it's amazing.
I told her in the 20 minutes we were alone in the car, I told her she was beautiful, and I told her I loved her.
There we go.
Yeah. I also said I love you to her. Which, I don't know how she felt about that. I feel like it was fine to say. I mean...
Mark Fusion just said Nikki called Dalmatian cute, so he went on her show to badmouth Grace, who rejected him.
Dalmatian, I'm sorry. I feel like you're feeling a little hurt.
No, I'm not hurt. It's just like
Here comes Grace's proxy. I always like it when Princess comes in.
she's just the fucking psychotic loser, man. She couldn't even say goodbye.
I love her. I think it was okay to say that I love her. I think she's a psychotic bitch.
To me, seriously, like so much of it. The not being able to say goodbye, though, I thought that was just so low.
Oh my god!
Like I had texted her, like, I don't know if the DMs got leaked, but I said, like, please come out. I thought it was funny she wasn't saying goodbye. I don't know if she just couldn't or she was whatever the problem was. I'm not
I could
sure.
be wrong because I also don't know Grace that well. If I had to take a guess, again, just a guess, I don't know. Maybe like she got really pissed off in that moment and.
But she needs to grow up. She's pissed off. She's fucking an emotional 21-year-old.
Can you chat with each other? Just ringing me. I'll be 2 seconds.
Sure, Nikki. Yeah. Sure, absolutely. That's fine. She's an emotional 21-year-old, like, you know, psychopathic brat, dude. She's deranged, man. She needs to grow up and act. No man ever.
I don't understand this at all. But like I said when we watched this interview the first time, psychotic brat is like the hottest sounding classification.
Just taught her how to act. I don't even know if you can. Yeah. I mean, there's basically impossible.
I think I do agree with you, but let me just paint a picture because also I don't want to let stream. If someone like drove really far out to meet with you and then toward the end of the night they're like, yeah, I don't really want to hang out, I can see someone getting upset, but I do agree that was probably an overreaction. Also, but Grace is pretty young. She's only 21, right? So I expect her to be pretty immature.
Just because they drove 4 hours, then I'm required to sleep over? She said she doesn't even fucking know me, dude. Do you understand that or not, man?
So Dalmatian understands why it would be wrong of the Thorps to assume that because they had invested 4 hours of travel time and gas money into coming and seeing him, that doesn't entitle them to him staying in the RV. Like, he gets the idea. He just needs to apply it back on himself.
So it's like
that part. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna sleep with her and her dad, and then what if I don't? She's gonna get pissed off and not say goodbye to me. It's like, dude, yeah, okay, hey, fuck her, moron, Princess. That kind of pissed me off because it's like it shouldn't matter if I stayed or left or what.
And I'm not trying to like say her behavior's okay. Just trying to explain maybe her mindset.
She should. It doesn't matter her mindset. Yeah.
Princess, now I don't know Grace very well, but let me explain to you her exact mindset. I don't think you're in here anymore, Grace, but if you are, were you feeding Princess these questions?
Her mindset is she's a fucking little fucking psychopathic scumbag brat, like crybaby. She's a psychopath, man. Like, she could have drove further. It's like still the right thing to do. It doesn't really matter the whole. I spent the whole day with them. It's not like I didn't fucking show up. I just didn't want to sleep there. Dude.
She said she would have been down for it if he had done it when it was content. When the chat was like, hey, Dalmatian, put your hand on Grace's leg, she said she would have been okay with that. She just didn't want to have a weird, awkward conversation off camera where it was like, can I touch you, like, for, like, actual intimacy? So he could have touched her leg. He could have kissed her, the cigarette burn Ruby put out on her. I'll never stop reminding people that Ruby Spacek put out a cigarette on Grace Thorp.
Dude, it's like they almost like trap you. I don't even know. It's so weird. That's really why she got mad. She knows that that's not a fucking excuse, dude. If she told you that was her excuse,
hey, they trapped me on the RV and then Grace refused to say goodbye to me.
I'm just speculating.
Okay, that's not proper.
Another part of
then that's not correct speculation then. Okay, go ahead.
Mostly because because I'm thinking pretty empathetic. I could see that happening in other situations. I don't know Grace for sure. But also I was gonna say if that's the case, she might have regretted it later down the line. It might have been too late to kind of go back in her worldview. But I agree.
She didn't regret it. She didn't regret it. She didn't regret it. No, we're not. She doesn't even know me, dude. We're not fucking friends, man. Okay, we're not.
Yeah, she put a she. I think what actually, yeah, you can see the mark. In fact, if you go back and watch the stream where they're camping, she tries to get Dalmatian to kiss the cigarette burn on her thigh, but it was actually just an accident. I think Ruby like bumped into her and she like put her own cigarette out on her. But I like to run with the narrative that Ruby put a cigarette out on Grace Thorpe because that's technically correct, but it sounds much worse.
Not friends, dude.
No, I'm saying if I if I did an IRL meetup with you, I would say goodbye. Is what I'm saying.
She can't even respond to me. It's been like 5 days. She's like zero response, and she might be busy or whatever. But no, she owes me some sort of explanation.
Come on.
There's no. If you had a.
He's already gone on and on about how she doesn't respond to him on Discord, or when she does, it's like, you know, it's slow responding.
21-year-old daughter, Princess, or like, do you think my 21-year-old daughter would act like that? How Grace acts. If she acted like that, it would be over. She would be disowned. I wouldn't know her.
We gotta keep my. Also, I don't know your. It's weird. You guys have a pass. But you guys are online. If
Sorry,
I met
guys, I'm
a stranger, 1 second. Okay. If I met a stranger online, I would, because they're a stranger online, I would not have the same expectations I would have like as an IRL friend. Not saying that's not the right case, but that's how I would come at it. So I probably wouldn't get pissed off if someone did that personally.
When I watched this, like when I watched the entire interview, somebody in chat, I can't remember who it was, tried to convince me that Nikki New was actually like a Mrs. Doubtfire situation, and that like the Nikki New character was actually played by Grace.
But also, I would have a pretty low bar if I met up with the Thorps. So
I'm confused about what you're even saying there, Princess. But it's like,
guys, your volume is very quiet, or is it me?
It's probably, it might be you.
Let me check.
He sounds
on.
fine to me. No, dude, she couldn't even do the things I wanted to do with her, with me. I was like, even before the whole thing about, I told her to come drive with me, and she's like, "Oh no, I can't. I can't stream from your car." And then she did stream from my car after Ben said, "No, you can't ride with me anymore." Then she was like, "Oh, okay, I'll fucking go with you, Dalmatian." She's just a fucking scumbag, dude.
Either Grace or Ben is in the chat. I said goodbye to you with my dad in the Grace in the RV, Dalmatian. You wanted a private goodbye.
Shut up.
In your car afterwards.
No,
I politely declined.
Great. Yeah, okay, Grace. Come up then, you pussy. Come up then, you fucking loser.
This is where like content wise, this is so good. Like, it's great content, but like, this is where Dalmatian really starts to go from like, just really start to slide off the deep end into this like really off, like unhinged behavior.
Can I post the link?
Is she gonna act like a? No, I already DM'd it to her. She has the fucking link.
I'm putting the link in the chat now.
How about Grace? How about?
Come up, Grace.
She's talking about, "Oh, I don't get enough donos. I don't get enough donos." I offered.
Dalmatian's impression of Grace sounds like my impression of Dalmatian dog.
Crack as well.
I offered her stupid ass $30 the other day. $30, Princess.
To rate his dick size. If you're gonna have somebody rate the size and shape of your cock, why would you want it to be a person who you have like pushed to the brink of sanity and has demonstrated multiple times over that they have no interest in you sexually? Like, is there a worse person? Well, I guess maybe. Well, no, because then she's still gonna have a bias, but I just wouldn't think you'd want somebody that you're beefing with to rate your dick size.
Would you like $30, Princess?
I don't need any, but I do appreciate it.
No, Princess. Just if somebody were to offer you $30, would you take that?
Oh, normally, yeah.
Okay, thank you. But I said, Grace, I'd like to give you. I even offered her better than $30,
which is his dick.
Yeah, but if someone if you want to give someone the impression that they're not super close with you, like they don't want to give you the impression that they might like you, you might decline someone's money. Does that make sense?
I wouldn't say that she's always easy to peer pressure, or that it's always easy for anyone to peer pressure her. I don't think that's true. I think she's taking it easier on Dalmatian Dog because she likes him as a friend, but I don't really feel like she bent at all as far as him. I think she pretty much stood up for herself pretty well.
Okay, dude. Yeah, I don't know. Grace doesn't like me. Is that what you're saying? She's just a psycho.
No, that's actually not what I'm saying.
I wanted to say goodbye to her. She knew I wasn't gonna. You wanted a private goodbye in your car, dude. Grace, really? Like, am I supposed to what? What's wrong with you? She's so mad typing that. You know, she's so fucking mad.
I'm curious, mad. Dalmatian. Let's make a pause there for a second. How do you wish that scenario went down ideally? I know it didn't go down like you expected.
I can't believe she really said that. I can't believe she really said that. No, she said you wanted a private goodbye in your car afterwards. What does that sound like? Does that sound like I'm trying to like get to hook up with her or something, or do something with her? Grace, you are fucking pathetic. You are fucking pathetic, dude. I don't want to be mean. It's not even worth saying, which is why I haven't really been talking to her, but I've sent her some texts over the last few days because I feel like she owes me some sort of fucking answer, but she doesn't have one because she's a fucking pathetic psychopath, dude. She doesn't have a fucking answer. She's
about her is psychopathic. I'm not making.
Imagine just being a normal run-of-the-mill person, and you're like on Netflix, and a preview for a docu-series comes up, and you just hear they just hear a couple minutes of this. Like, there's no way that person isn't going to immediately watch every fucking minute of that docu-series. Like, this is just so wild.
I don't get that connection.
Oh, everything, man. She's fucking deranged, man. She's never going to be in a healthy relationship with a guy. She doesn't even know how to talk to guys.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
you're very loud now, though.
Yeah, nobody's perfect.
Right, she said, use your answer. I do not find you sexually attractive. I did not want to be alone with you in the car. You're a prick and whined the whole time I was with you.
I'm getting a little bit of vibe of like I denied, now I'm butthurt, so now fuck her.
Well, I mean, what did she deny me? She denied me fucking acting fucking sane.
Well, you put yourself out there. You said you're interested in her, and she politely declined. At least that's her for me.
I didn't really say I was interested in her. That's not really what happened. So.
What? Like, again, I've seen this, and I'm still I still can't believe some of this stuff. Like, how dumb does he think people are? Does he think that because there are people who want to see Grace fail, that they're just going to ignore, base reality on this issue? I don't think so. Like, it's patently clear he was interested. He said so over and over again.
He has spoken about that, Grace, about him putting his hand on your thigh.
I mean, I wasn't.
You asked if you could put your hand on my thigh in the car, and I said no, laughing my ass off. Dude, stop coping.
Expecting to have sex with her, if that's what you're asking, or something like that. No. But
imagine giving this cope interview, and then the girl who rejected you is just blistering you in the chat like this.
I was expecting to have fun with her. Right, Princess?
Yeah, but I definitely would expect that. Yeah, see,
yeah, he said when they were in the car, he told her she was beautiful and that he loved her.
That I would be pissed about, and I've told Grace this. If we ever do any IRL content, we have to have content plans actually made. I'm not just going to hang out in your RV and shoot the shit for 8 hours.
Yeah, lay it all out, in a kind of plan That makes more sense.
Yeah, she's what? She's mad I didn't jump into bed with her dad, so I don't deserve a goodbye. Jump into my bed. Jump into that bed with my fucking dad, you stupid ass hoe Dalmatian, or I'm not saying bye to you. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly, literally exactly what it is. It's be my fucking hoe and do what I fucking say, or I'm not gonna do. Give me all your money. You should have bought the dress the fucking first time. I had to ask 6 times.
Yeah, Gracie did buy you a lovely dress.
You stupid piece of hoe shit Dalmatian. I'd ask 6 fucking times. You think your pimp's...
Do you think if I put on a stage version of this, like if I recruit like some actors and we do a stage version of this, it could get some traction on Broadway?
Like I'm like being pimped by her. This is what it is, Princess. Do you think a pimp should have to ask their host 6 times? 6 motherfucking times?
Well, I mean, you could imply that means that it's a bad hoe, but I don't think that's what you're going for.
You're a bad hoe.
That being said, I think Grace is kind of joking. Princess pre-planning his victim arc. Actually, I already started drafting. I have a contract that must be signed if we're going to do IRL content. It's going to have stipulations.
She is a fucking pussy, and she is a fucking retard. And she needs to grow up and fucking like listen and be respectful and be a fucking normal person and not be a fucking POS. She just does not. She's just like whatever.
I'm into psychotic brats.
Princess. She's never going to.
How much older are you?
The right thing, it seems. I just want her to like do the right thing, Princess. Is that too much to women? Apparently.
No, but what is the right thing in this scenario? Give you a hug goodbye.
Well, no,
because I generally don't know. I know what she did wrong.
I didn't even want to. You fucking monkey piece of shit! Shut up, Princess.
Like I just feel like if that would be such a fun production. Like I would love to play the Dalmatian dog role. I think it would be so. I think performing this out would be so much fun.
I didn't want to fucking hug you, fucking clown. You know that, right? No. Did I say I wanted to hug goodbye? You fucking moron.
I don't know what you want. I'm generally asking.
Here's an idea. What if I do IRL content and I just go out on the street and I just approach people and I'll just say a random line that Dalmatian dog says.
No, please. She leaked the DMs of me saying goodbye, right? Did she leak those DMs? Do you read them?
I did not, but I believe you.
Just walk up to somebody and tell them that I shelled out $40 for a dress and I don't even get a fucking goodbye.
Okay, I specifically said that I do not. I said I asked for a fucking handshake, dude. Okay, you fucking moron.
You did say that earlier.
Yeah.
No, sorry. I was half joking. But
hey, excuse me. I asked for a fucking handshake, you moron.
Again,
so I didn't even ask for a fucking. I didn't even ask for a fucking hug, you fucking clown, motherfucker. Should be very obvious.
You're ignoring my point though. I'm asking, what do you want to happen in your ideal scenario? You're telling me in an ideal scenario you did not want to hug. It's fine to hug people you like.
She knew exactly what I wanted, dude. She's a fucking pussy. She knew
exactly what I wanted. That is a unbelievably creepy line.
I wanted, dude. She's a fucking pussy. She called me a pussy. Yeah,
a handshake or something else.
No, dude. It's exactly how I fucking just said, dude. It's like you're not listening or something. It's get in bed with my fucking dad, Dalmatian, or you're not even getting a fucking goodbye. Literally, dude.
She did really want you to stay the night.
Well, no,
she's a fucking bitch. She wouldn't say goodbye. You're asking what I wanted? I wanted her to come out and say fucking goodbye to me, dude. I mean, whatever. It shouldn't even be that big of a deal. The goodbye thing.
Who's asking?
The goodbye thing shouldn't even be that big of a deal.
You wanted her to not pressure you in a cringe content, and you wanted to say goodbye. Yeah, I think it's reasonable.
The goodbye shouldn't even be talked about, says literally the only person on earth talking about the goodbye.
Generally was not sure.
She said you circled our RV twice like a crazy stalker, laughed my ass off, then claimed you made a wrong turn.
I did not circle it
Grace,
twice.
why didn't you just come up really easy and you just type in all this?
I can't. Oh my god, she is such a live fucking cunt.
Like, this is fucking gold. This is amazing content.
Would I say a second goodbye to you?
Dalmatian's got his headset off. He's like pacing in his room.
In your car when I already said goodbye the first time.
Okay.
I wish he'd come up, see me reading these out.
It's so autistic. Like,
well, that's one thing that makes the show so good, El Jim, is that almost anyone could say anything. These conversations could go like anywhere.
Like, she doesn't have to come up. No, it's fine.
We asked him to stay the night before we got completely sick of his bitching and whining.
Aw, okay. Sorry, guys. I bitched too much and whined too much. My bad.
I don't think so. Well, I'm just curious. Why did you want to send Grace a loan for $200? I'm just wondering your thought process there.
No, I told her because she had DM'd me. I'm fucking negative 138. Like, she DM'd me back. I mean, I've been DMing her. She DM'd me that she has negative money. That's the reason. And I was like, okay, I can give you a loan if you need it. But that was it. I mean, she needs money. She has no.
Like I've said before, El Jim, I don't really think about like the times on the show when I've actually been like upset, kind of, or I didn't like the turtles. I didn't like when like OPC Don kept bringing the turtles around. Like, I didn't like when Ava sent the guy to the hotel room, even though that was like really Kino content. Like, but as far as like worrying about whether any of these people are good people or not, like I don't know. I mean, I have no way of knowing. I only see them when the camera's on, and in the Thorp case, in the legal documents. But I don't really think about it. I mean, I just watch it and take it for what it is.
Why doesn't if she needs money? Why don't you go and fucking be appealing to men? Why don't you go and get men to desire you? Because you're too autistic to even do that. Like, I get it's mostly an act. Go play go play your act. Go play the actress then. She can get donors. She just has to go on with a low cut top and fucking beg for it. But they don't even want to do that. They just want to survive on loans now.
I hate to be based off of leaked DMs, but it sounds like this text from earlier today. I'm fucking depressed. Leave it alone.
Grace's proxy in this discussion is now saying, I'd hate to go off of Grace's leaked DMs, but you can still be rooting for them. I mean, I guess you could if you wanted to.
It's not personal. It sounds like she just wants some space for a minute. I think that's a reasonable request.
Oh, okay. She's depressed, huh?
Well, they aren't doing all this court stuff. I'm just saying, it's not that weird to be like, hey, I don't really want to talk right now. Give me like a week or so. Not saying that's what's happening, but it's reasonable to ask for space.
Yeah, okay. I didn't really say anything after that. Like, whatever. She just had said that to me not too long ago. I hadn't really messaged her after that. Yeah, there's nothing to make up. I want to talk to her. That would make me happy, and like have a conversation with her, or to have a video call with her, chat with her.
Have a civil conversation with each other.
I think that might be Boogie that self-immolates.
I mean, I've been trying to talk to her for days. She texted me the other day that she would talk to me in the morning. This morning, I think it might have been yesterday.
I don't even see it as a guilty pleasure watching ThorpTV. Most of the stuff that they do is to each other. I mean, I think they're pretty nice to the people that come out to do like collaborations with them for the most part. It seems like when they interact with the general public, they are much more chill than when they're, interacting with the stream and stuff. So I don't know. I don't really see it as too much of a guilty pleasure. Now, if I watched like, what are some of the like the diaper guy, Andy Ditch, or like something like that, like the horror cows, I could see like maybe being conflicted on it. But I mean, like the slurs, I guess, are would be pretty unacceptable a lot of places. But I mean, it's just part of the content. Dalmatian understands women like a kid who pulls the wings off butterflies understands insects. Yeah.
And then she never fucking texted me. She just ignored. She didn't. She said, "Okay, I'll text you tomorrow morning," and then no text. So I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it's just like, oh, Grace.
Grace said, bro was lecturing me about responsibility when he has no job and leeches off his parents at 27.
Like, if you don't like Grace, you don't like her, but there is no disputing that she is not a pussy in this scenario. She is bringing facts at this guy constantly, even in the middle of like this cope.
LMAO.
Okay.
I will say, if
Alright,
you're 27, you can't be. It's kind of weird to be young at a 21-year-old. Like, you got to be more mature.
Dude. Yeah. All right. I would say I'm probably a little bit more, whatever, responsibility. Thanks, Grace. All right.
I think Chris is one of the like more interesting chat regulars. I always think that Chris has really interesting stuff to say.
The one that needs to be lectured about responsibility. Okay, would that make you feel better to lecture me?
It's kind of unrelated, but it's true that you said to Ben that you're my hero.
Yeah, he is my hero in some sense. He is.
Nothing wrong with that. Just curious. So why are you even trying to get with Grace if you already have like a GF kind of?
Who keeps saying this? Why is this a thing? Like, Grace keeps saying this too. I'm not trying to get with her.
I think Grace was saying it so that he would have a soft landing as to why they didn't do anything. I don't think she really believes that he has a girlfriend.
Dude, also, why is this like... There's just so many wrong things with what you just said, Princess. It's crazy, man. How was that a chat or something, or did you come up with that?
Well, it's probably based on this chat, but I don't think you can say your interests are completely platonic when you offer like to send dick pictures and stuff like that. You can't say that.
Okay, Jeremy sent them without any... He just sent them. I'm sure Grace gets dick pics in her DMs all the time from all sorts of guys.
Yeah, but Jeremy is into Grace.
Crickets.
Okay,
you don't just send pictures like that unless you're into people. It's just...
Okay, well, I don't know. Yeah, okay. I want her to see my dick. I guess you can put it that way.
Oh yeah, there we go.
I don't know.
Someone's trying to come up on the panel.
I'm like so judgmental of how she acts, but
hello,
Dalmatian dog. What the hell are you
kick
doing,
this guy
man?
off.
Don't you understand you're getting me tooed by Grace Thorp for trying to force yourself on her thigh? Get a fucking job, Dalmatian, or join the ranks of the real soldiers in the Gamergate army. There can be only one Dalmatian, you pathetic simp. Get a job.
Wow.
Made Dalmatian leave.
What the heck? That was a...
That is how you troll. That was fucking perfect. It was drop in, shit all over the person, and then just dip out. Don't even stick around for the response. That was fantastic.
Real person?
What was that?
I do want to keep communication with her.
He came in and shit on him, and then he got the... It was like he dropped like a smoke powder behind there. Like, whoa, what happened? What happened? Who was that?
I don't know. We'll see how it goes, guys. Would you guys watch it if I was able to meet with her? Well, then again, I wouldn't want to.
Oh my
God.
I
don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Just go meet another woman, I guess. I feel maybe I should make my own content. I don't really like streaming though.
When was the last time you streamed on your Kick channel?
I streamed today. Yes, today. Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't really. I don't mind like just playing music is all I was doing pretty much. I've been getting followers though on Kick very slowly, so it's exciting. I don't know. It's just not gonna.
Next time you stream, send me the link and I'll keep you company.
Oh man.
Yeah. Send Nikki your link, man.
Yeah,
I want to keep
maybe.
you company.
Okay, sure, yeah.
I put it in the back chat. You can post it in the front chat for people. Make them follow.
Naptown, you a dog. You a dog. This is cold-blooded.
Hey, Phil.
I mean, that was an absolute masterpiece. Naptown, holy shit. Holy shit, the Sam Hyde clip, the kick stuff at the end. Just masterful. Absolutely masterful. Great documentary. I loved it. I watched all 4 hours of the Nikki New interview and then just watched like another hour of it, and it was like, I still couldn't believe it. What great content. Absolutely epic. Dalmatian, you got to come back. This is all gold. This is all Kino, dude. You are a Thorp TV legend, for better or worse. Dude, this is great content. You've got to come back. Just learn from what happened. Reset your expectations and just dial in on the Kino, man. This is great stuff. We miss you. We miss you in the Discord. We miss you in the chat and on the panels. You got to come back, buddy. And I think everybody, or at least the vast majority of people, want you to come back. But that was all amazing content. I've spent like 4 consecutive days, so I'm on Dalmatian dog content. So I'm going to take tomorrow off, but I'll be back on Monday. I'll put a poll up maybe on what we should watch. I think I'm pretty much tapped out on Dalmatian dog content for right now, at least until more comes out. But I'm going to go ahead and end there. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it, for taking this unbelievable journey with me. What amazing content. And hopefully I'll see you guys next time.